Oh, I didn't see you there. Welcome to Blackwater, where it's just good friends telling better stories, and I think that's kind of cool. You can stay if you want, or I don't know, whatever. It's good to see you.
I hate that.
That was the mumblecore intro.
This Hugh Grant goddamn energy you're bringing to this fucking table.
That was the mumblecore intro.
There's a lot of ways that your goblin can be expressed.
No, I feel like Sean was the beginning of every portrayal of the lead love interest in every YA TV show I've ever seen.
Or, you know who else you were? Who? You were fucking Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead, but in Love Actually. I don't know the actor's name. I think it's Andrew Lincoln, but that's who the fuck you were right there.
What a
You were outside of a married woman's home with a bunch of fucking cue cards, expressing your love for her on Christmas.
I never realized that was the same guy.
Yeah, it's the same guy.
I do like that you took me on a journey where I thought it was a story about The Walking Dead,
Yeah,
and
no,
then
no.
you just right-hand
I
turn.
was really into that.
I was like, how is this anything like The Walking
amazing.
I was
Dead?
imagining the guy from doing the Colin Firth thing.
I'm obsessed with this energy. I am going to acknowledge that tonight we are streaming from the traditional, ancestral, and unceded territories of the Coast Salish, Stolo, Semiahmoo, Kwantlen, Tsawwassen, and Musqueam First Nations. While our characters play in a world that Tim has created, we are honored to live and play on these lands tonight. Big thank you to our sponsors and partners. We are proud to be sponsored by Sirenscape because epic games require epic sound. We're also using Epidemic Sound for this wonderful campaign. You will also hear some original character themes composed by the immensely talented Rat Grimes, and we will have those available for you on Bandcamp and potentially Spotify over the next couple weeks. So this is really exciting. We are partnered with Legendcraft. This is the ultimate world-building tool created by DMs for DMs, and because I have so many announcements tonight, I'm not going to throw it over to these two, but you can type !Legendkeeper in the chat to find out all of the details.
Right.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
I need you to know.
Our campaign 2. Mini sponsor is MTM Printworks. MTM is your one-stop shop for all your tabletop mini needs. You can type !MTM in the chat for all the details. Our campaign artist is Tiana Kovacevic. You can find more information about her and follow her across all the socials. Type !artist in the chat. And we are proud to be sponsored by Familiar Dice, the creator of the most beautiful math rocks around. We also have a giveaway, a dice giveaway this evening. You have seen it posted on the Familiar Dice socials and our socials. We are going to be doing that at the break. So what you have to do is you have to go, make sure you follow us on Instagram and Familiar Dice, and then you have to be here in the chat at the end of the break, because that's when we're going to give it away. Our mods will handle all of that in the chat for you, and I will put the keyword in the chat, but you got to make sure you're following at Familiar Dice and us over at BlackwaterDnD on Instagram. So go do that right now. Go do that right now. Okay. You may notice we are playing live in studio. It's the best. We love it here. Hosted by the amazingly talented folks from Questline. You can find them at Questline D&D across here on Twitch, as well as Questline AFL on Twitter, and Questline on Instagram. Wow, that word took a second to come out of my mouth. Thank you to the amazingly talented Roz and Trevor in the booth with us tonight. We love you very much. Woo! We love you.
That wasn't a lack of enthusiasm. That was sensitivity to the
careful.
you doing the sound.
Also, Campaign 2 has its YouTube home on the Questline D&D YouTube page. So go follow it there to check it all out, all that little good stuff. And thank you to everyone who came out and supported our Wednesday one-shot, charity one-shot for Streaming for Survivors. It was amazing to sit in the DM seat here in the studio for the first time, and I had such a wonderful time returning to the town of Clementine. Thank you so much for the for doing that, and thank you to all of our community for all of the funds that you raised for survivors of sexualized violence. It is a charity near and dear to my heart, so thank you so much. And I hope you have had a chance also to check out all the other streams that were happening around for Streaming for Survivors. So go out and watch those VODs if you haven't already. And also go follow Wava. Across all of their socials as well for some awesome content. They do a lot of TTRPG content, which is really, really rad. Charlene Baer, who is part of Tabletop Titties and was recently in the new Three Black Halflings mini-series podcast where they did Kids on Bikes. Please go listen. Charlene is incredibly talented, and all of the stuff they put out is so good. For programming, we are back Wednesday with the DM roulette that got eaten by tech goblins. It is going to be myself and Adam and Tim, featuring our fantastic friends, Dead Aussie Gamer, Game Raider Girl, and Alec the Bard. So please come join us. I'm very excited for this one on Wednesday, April 5th at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And finally, this episode is sponsored tonight by our returning sponsor, near and dear to my heart, Orc.Style.
Orc.Style!
Ooh, I love these folks so much. Orc.Style is an adults-only fantasy fetish cosplay brand for all you orc-loving monster huggers out there. For those orc sonas that need a little more glam in their lives, Orc.Style has just recently released their Gilded Chompers Orc Tusks. So spicy. Chompers Tusks are fantastic for cosplay, roleplay, and streaming, and now they come with a little extra sparkle in all 5 models. They are super comfortable to wear for long terms. You can fit them over your teeth, and they can be reformed as many times as you needed to. And check out the friendly orcs and cool merch at Orc.Style to take home an orc or two and unleash the monster inside. A kind reminder that this is an 18+ website, so like all things adventurous, know your risks and do that. The website is great. So, super great. Take a chance.
You might awaken something that you didn't know was in there. You can't take that back.
You can't take that back. So to celebrate, Tim, you need to switch spots with me.
Okay.
Good run. The Wild West one-shot's gone to the head.
I'm going to not read everything that, oh my God, on this screen. I've been in this.
It's a lot of power, isn't it?
Touch all the dice. Spit on the dice.
Pour water on the computer.
Make them slimy.
Celebrate. We are going to play another game to benefit the wonderful folks at Orc.Style that I am calling the Newly Orc game.
Yeah.
So
Are we newly orcs?
You're newly orced. So congratulations to all of you.
Orc right now. Fucking gills.
Before our session tonight, I have put these wonderful gentlemen in pairs, and we are going to play a fantastic game. So Adam and Tim, you have been paired together.
Yeah.
Yanis and Sean have been paired together. So the lovely gents over here are partner A.
This is bad.
Partner A, and you guys are partner B. So partner A.
10 points if you can
We're the
get
B in the A.
You're the B.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm very confused.
So
okay. It's
what we're
okay,
gonna do
baby.
is Adam and Tim.
Shamed.
Shush.
Adam and Tim.
Yeah.
What I need you to do is I need you to introduce to me your orc sonas and how you two met. Like how did you two meet as a couple?
Well.
Please tell me everything.
My name's Burke.
Burke. Yeah.
And of course this is my
name's Unk. I'm a 3-time national champion burper. Belcher is a technical term, but
Belchist.
Belchist.
That's actually how we met.
Yeah.
I was the judge at his most recent stunning performance.
Yeah.
Wow.
I managed to get a 3-tonal belch out. It was
That's impressive.
harmonic.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
This is wonderful. I'm very grateful to have you, the two of you here tonight to play the Newly Orc game. And now, Yanis and Sean, please introduce me to your orc sonas and how did the two of you meet?
Yeah, hi. My name's Rugged. I'm a former competitive headbutter. Never went fully pro, but I've just always felt like my tusks were too big. And so I went to get a reduction, and that's where I met. Love my life.
I'm Dr. Feynman.
Wow.
I was going to perform the tusk reduction procedure, but
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
You couldn't
I
do
couldn't
it. You
reduce
couldn't.
those beautiful tusks.
No.
No one had ever said that my tusks were. I just thought that they were like getting in the. I could never wear a hat because the brim. And
You look great. Yeah, absolutely. You should be
Wow.
proud of those bad boys.
whoa,
Oh.
whoa!
Not too proud.
I'm just. Only one other person has ever said that to me, and I fell in love with them.
Okay, I am
Okay.
gladly taken.
Okay,
Oh.
my sweet orcs.
We're like not exclusive.
We've started
We're married. We're
My
married.
sweet orcs this evening. Well,
Oh, we're playing this game.
We're
Sorry.
playing this game now, yes. Or I could just let you run.
I'm excited to explore.
Ruggets.
Porky.
Porky Aberrant. No,
Trademarked. No one's ever said that before. It belongs to me.
Importantly, before we go any further, we do all need to roll for hot for our.
Yes, please roll for hot, all
Yes,
of you.
baby.
That is a 2.
Yeah.
It's the beauty of
That's
the
a 16. That's pretty good.
Pretty hot.
Also a 2.
13.
Okay.
Actually, lower I think is better for orcs.
Amazing.
I
So
want to be too
what?
smooth.
Yeah.
Classically.
What we are going to do is I'm going to read off a series of questions. And like the newlywed game, it is your job to get your answer as close to your partners as possible.
Are we still playing D&D today?
Yes. You have never heard these questions before.
That is correct.
And remember, you are answering as your orcsonas. You are not answering
Yep.
as
I
yourself.
am my orc, so
Thank you so much.
I am
Okay,
Dr. Feynman.
so remember, we have partner A
Yeah.
over here and partner B. Okay, so to my wonderful orcs, what is partner A's favorite food? You have 5 seconds to write it down. 5, 4. Write it down, please. on your
I've written
PC.
it so
5 seconds?
Yes, go.
Okay, come on. No, you gotta.
Okay.
We don't have that much paper, dude.
You can write it big because I'm going to make you show it on
No,
paper.
he started writing.
You happy birthday it, didn't you?
No, he's. It's
not his turn to write.
Yeah.
No,
No, you
both
have to
write
write.
it.
Oh, we're trying to
You have
match.
to
Oh,
match
excuse me.
them.
Oh.
It's the newlywed game. Have
I can
you
see
never-
what he's writing.
Shut up.
All right. First,
Yes, it is. What was the question?
what is partner A's favorite food?
Oh.
No, it's too late. That's your answer now. That's your answer. Okay. So we're gonna have Adam and Tim.
I stand by it.
We're gonna have Adam and Tim release their answers first. In 3, 2, 1, please show your answers. Mud pie and unclosed pour balls.
That's also true. That's also true.
Okay, all right, we're gonna see who's closer. And in 3, 2, 1, the two of you. I want to give some of you points, but I just can't. I can't.
My favorite food is my dick. I can't get enough of my own dick. You ever just hungry late at night and there's nothing in the fridge? You check and there's nothing there. You're hungry for a late night snack? I want it.
All right, next piece.
I didn't even see. What was your answer?
Grapes.
I do love grapes, not as much as my dick.
Okay, all right, next piece of paper, please.
Okay.
Oh, Orc.Style, I love you folks so much. Thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. Okay, now to
Please
get us.
don't stop sponsoring.
Don't
us.
stop sponsoring, please. I need these.
Yeah,
folks
don't
on.
stop.
Don't stop.
Stop, Debbie.
Okay, now.
This is unlocked.
Now-
You remember that thing I said earlier?
What is?
We need a one shot.
I want to see Dr. Feynman. I want to know his class.
What is partner B's favorite weapon in battle? I know it's good because when we make our text laugh, that's how I know it's good. Oh gosh, I'm gonna leak my eyeliner everywhere. Okay, 2 seconds to write it down here, boys. Let's go.
There's so many words.
Okay, we'll start with Sean and Yanis. You can reveal in
Yeah, I know.
3, 2, 1.
Yeah, dude, it's
I guess you matched.
Yes, that's a point, baby.
That is a point.
It's a point for the Feynmans.
Yes. Wow, a point for the Feynmans. Okay.
Nice you took his last name. Very traditional of you.
Yeah, dude.
Mr. and Mr. Dr. Feynman.
Mr. and Mr. Dr. Feynman. Okay, Adam and Tim, in 3, 2, 1.
Which is also, I mean,
They're pretty close.
My ass.
Like
Very
geographically speaking.
You have a club like
yeah, it's
that?
very knobby. Oh, I'm having chest pains.
Okay. Well, I guess then this is the question for all the marbles.
Oh, there's a third piece.
There's a third question. Okay. Wow.
Oh, I was economic with my paper. I double-sided.
You know, you guys are the best. Okay. Our final question, and no cheating, anybody.
No peeking.
It's gonna be his dick, obviously.
I don't know.
If you compared,
It's not the only
if
thing.
you compared your relationship to a style of music, what would it be? I love this so deeply in my heart. It really brings me a lot of joy. Orc.Style, we love you. Please go check out the Orc.Style website. That's not Orc.Style.com, that's Orc.Style for your internet viewing needs. Okay, well hurry up. We got to play some D&D tonight, so
No, this is what we're doing all night.
hurry your butts
And
up.
every night from now on.
Well, we do. Okay, here we go.
Wait.
Feynman's, hurry up.
Mine is a 7-word answer.
Okay, well then while Mr. Feynman is writing his answer, we will start with Adam and Tim. You can reveal...
Sorry, who?
Fork.
Work.
Bork
and Urk.
Thank you so much. And you can reveal in 3, 2, 1.
3 pages that say my dick.
Pretty close.
Classical
pretty
orc
close.
grunge.
Grime.
I'm in grunge.
That's
Honestly, I don't know.
okay.
Grimy grunge.
Grimy grunge.
And
Well, sorry, what was the question again?
if you compared your relationship to a style of music,
Oh,
well, we're gonna reveal. No, Sean.
I stick by my answer, but once again, I misheard the question.
Oh, love
Oh, I
it.
gotta change my answer.
No,
I'm
you don't have time
trying.
because we're gonna play some D&D, and you can reveal in
Great,
3,
man.
2, 1.
My dick being twanged like
I think that's what you call his answer.
that is what we call it.
And while both of those answers were close, I do think Sean and Yanis's answers were closer, so I'm gonna crown them. To go.
What are they going on with?
Yeah, what did I
Each other.
Yes.
That's the real gift.
Please go check out the fantastic folks and monsters over at Orc.Style and release the monster inside. So I'm gonna finish announcements up here because I feel powerful now.
There's more?
No.
Oh.
I'm not
Whether-
I can't breathe.
Whether you are new with us tonight or you have been with us for ages, thank you so much for support. We hope you feel super welcome here. This is the kind of energy we bring to the table each and every week. Thank you for hanging out with us. Roll the clip! Roll the clip!
Hi. Last we left off.
No. I didn't have time.
Get on the
Get on there.
I didn't have time. Whoa, I didn't think I had time, but
That bit gave me emphysema.
man. Okay, so for those of you just joining us tonight,
Picked a wild night to jump in on.
wow. Last week, our band of adventurers managed to reunite, with Shy and Thistle escaping the Loomraz Manor, and Mark and Esper connected with a Bjorn clan member, Bruck, who offered to help them with their goals against the Eye Sign. Shy reconnected with her old flame, Mal, after a discussion on a roof near her old house. He was shocked that she was, in fact, alive, and he offered to help her get in touch with her brother. The party met up at Uli Sneath's, where they offered to hide them. While they rested, Uli was attacked in their shop, and the Aya Sign paid Uli a visit, and Uli managed to fend them off, but needed to make themselves scarce. The party then went to the harbor to retrieve Sprig, and while they were there, they decided to get even with Captain Crab and free Diastine. They certainly accomplished that goal in humiliating Duncan Crab and making his life very difficult, and rescuing Diastine, who escaped the city with Valentine. And that is where we pick up, as you have taken off into the night through the streets of Yoren. Where would you like to go?
How far are we from the original safe house that we came to? Like,
What one?
yeah, Mr. Moss.
You are probably 45 minutes or so. Or, well, no, probably about half an hour. I think
Okay.
it was a
And how far are we from Ulis at this point?
Ulis is a little bit farther.
Okay.
And what time of day is it?
It's evening, I think.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
I don't think.
It's not night yet. It's probably like 5, 6.
I don't think, as we're like hustling through the cities at the city at this point, I don't think we should go to the casino tonight.
No.
No.
I could use a rest.
Yes.
Well, actually, tonight might be the best night for it.
You know,
There's going to be a lot of folks down by the docks.
I would be not at my best.
look, all we're doing,
We're not doing the
we're not doing the thing. We're just, checking it out. And I will say, it's well known that in gambling, when you're on a hot streak, you keep gambling. And I feel like, collectively, we're on a bit of a hot streak.
Mark, have you ever gambled before?
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah, he's got money
Yeah,
to gamble with.
Right.
gambling's the best.
If I don't gamble,
Have you ever won at gambling?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. that's
No,
fine.
I don't gamble because of the debt that gets accrued when you lose.
I think tonight might be our best night to case the place. We don't have to do anything.
I don't think I should go with you.
Okay.
Or at least I can't go inside because if the outside see me,
True.
I am the only Triton in this city.
Well, you're not trying for, 45 minutes?
No, I am Mary Scavro.
Yeah, that's probably worse, honestly.
Oh, poo.
Marius is probably a pretty noticeable.
What if it's Mary's in a beard and an eye patch?
Well, also that Marius is now in league with the outside, and I don't think I have enough information to portray him accurately and not get in absolute shit with Cyrus Red. I know. I mean, I could case the roof to see if there's any entrances up there or anything, but I'm gonna be a hindrance to y'all.
That just doesn't sound very fun, that we all get to go and gamble and you don't.
I don't want to gamble.
We're not gambling though.
You're casing the joint, but
They will.
it'd be awfully suspicious if we went to a casino and didn't gamble. Oh.
That's very true, and they will take your money, regardless of what you look like. They will take your money.
Are you allowed to show up in like a cool, fully face-covered mask?
I mean, they often
Like a bag.
they often like shake people down to make sure you're not carrying weaponry
You're
inside.
dangerous enough without weapons.
I am, but I am also I will be blue at some point.
But I'm just saying, can we cover you in something that's like, it's a personal thing, it'd be inappropriate for you to look under it?
Like a veil or something.
Yeah, like a very important veil. Or mask.
I've heard that
or
there's
bag.
priestesses that wear veils, but I don't know if they would be going to a gambling spot.
I ain't never met any priestesses who look like that.
Is there no style, like, in this city where no one wants to be seen by anyone, there's no fucking, like, mask or cool glasses or...
I mean, we could try, but maybe this is me being overly cautious, but if I get in there and then am unmasked, by purposefully or by accident, then...
We won't unmask you.
I will say,
No, you wouldn't, but they might.
we will also need a route out.
So if you folks are going in, casing the joint, I can scope around on the rooftop or out back and keep myself scarce.
Loath as I am to say, because I don't want us to split up, Mark and I are very good with people.
Yeah, very handsome.
We can chat our way through most things.
Yeah.
And you two are good at seeing what's up and finding a good path, and you know the city. What if Mark and I case the joint inside and you case the joint around, try and find us a path out?
That wouldn't be so bad.
Once we get that pen, and hopefully your brother, we can't play it by ear here. We need a plan.
I know, and Mal said he was going to get me in touch with my brother, and I don't think I still trust him at this point as far as I could throw him, but if what he's saying is true, then he owes me one, and the least he's going to do is this.
I also think that if things start going down at the casino, your brother might turn up at the casino regardless of his knowledge that you're there.
I think my hope is that the first time I see Adri is not in the midst of us fighting for our lives, because I want to give him the chance. My worry is that if we present him, either you come with us or you stay in a moment of pressure. He's still young, and if he's as tied to Fangira as everyone says he is, then he ain't gonna come with us.
That's fair.
Well, I mean, I don't think it'll have to come to that. We've got Brock, getting to the bottom of it, which is really good. I think it sounds like he's got a vested interest in us meeting him in the most advantageous way possible.
Yeah.
I do want to check in with you, Thistle.
Yes.
Do you want to come to the casino? Because I don't want you parked outside if that's not where you want to be.
I would love to come to the casino, but I am I do stand out, and I might be of more use with Shy.
Fair enough. That's what you feel like.
Plus, I'll see the inside when we go and steal the pen.
I think it's important for us to know that this is a reconnaissance job and isn't going to involve any leisure.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna need to put up like you're enjoying the casino, because
Yes, we will
Mark-
need some, I think
some party fun.
I think some party funds. It's like a business
I
expense.
mean, I don't know if it needs to come out of the party's funds, maybe personal funds.
Shy reaches into the bag of the party funds.
No, Shy. It's fine.
Are you sure?
We're a team.
Okay, so I'll think.
I'll get it back later.
Yeah, your I don't know if your token still works. Does it still work?
Is this the same day as the jailbreak?
Yes.
Yeah, you have not rested yet.
Okay. So we won't have any way to get in contact then. So we're gonna aim to meet back at Moss's.
Yeah.
You did take a short rest. I don't know if it recharges on a short rest.
No, it's a long rest. Yeah.
We'll meet at Moss's around midnight or something.
I just saw my hit points.
Should we take a rest first?
I think a short rest would be
Okay.
prudent.
We could take a short rest there. I'm sure they serve dinner.
What equivalent day of the week is it? Is it a day that
Like weekend or mid.
Is this
No, it's midweek. It's
So
midweek.
it would be like a less
Like a
busy
Thursday.
night. This is probably an optimal night for. So it's like a Thursday.
Thursday.
So this is the perfect night for us to case the joint. I'll say this in character. I don't know why I'm saying it as Adam. This would be the perfect night for us to case the joint because not a lot of people are going to be in there, and it kind of allows us to get a scope of the place. And then tomorrow night it will be busy and hard to keep track of people, and that's the best place for us to do our thing.
It's the equivalent of Monday, just in case anyone is wondering.
I don't know. It sounds like DM's table. And,
She got the calendar.
You got the calendar.
but is it like a Yorin Thursday?
yeah, they work.
Everybody knows that the casino pops off on a Tuesday night.
They work a theater schedule. Days.
Yes,
Yeah, Tuesday, Wednesday is the weekend in Yorin.
absolutely.
I would love just a short break. Maybe just to catch my breath.
Let's head back to Moss's and then we can leave separately. At different times, stagger it.
I think you could probably use a minute as well.
Yeah.
All right.
I look at my still bleeding. What was it Crab used? It was the gunshot wound. I realized the
gunshot wound.
gaping open hole in my back
clean-
where a bullet has gone
There's
through.
no more blood.
It's still a fresh bullet hole.
As
You want
we
to go all the way to Moss's or just like get a sandwich?
It's just is Moss's in the direction of the?
In the direction of the red door, it's about.
Is it on the way?
It's not exactly on the way. It's a little out of the way, but maybe about like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it's relatively
Okay,
close.
it's fine.
It's near
I'm
the
not gonna
church.
argue. What do you want to eat? Sushi? No. Like, I'm not having that conversation at a fantasy table. Yes, we go to Moss's.
go to Moss's and
So do you
inconspicuously.
Maybe like
Figures,
half
so
pineapple,
group
half pepperoni.
stealth check for me, please. As you head back,
I can provide
that's so
no.
you have a city map for y'all.
That would be great.
I can do no bardic inspirations.
I'm a little dead, but that's not gonna be enough.
That's good.
7.
7.
23.
23.
12.
21.
21.
Oh!
Okay. So you managed to make it back to Mr. Moss's.
Average of 16.
Relatively quietly. It's the evening is a little quieter. Like there's kind of folks packing up, heading home. So there are folks out and about on the streets, and you're fairly certain you've gotten and snuck in quietly. You slip downstairs.
I'm gonna take a little breather, a little short
Close
rest.
the door behind you up at the
Yes.
top.
Yeah.
Get it off. You take your short rest.
Okay.
Do sorcerers get anything at a short rest? No, right?
I'm sure, to be honest. I don't know sorcerers well enough. I
I think you're high end.
You get your points. You can get some sorcery points back, I believe.
At
No,
a
no, you
higher
can't.
level.
Super
Yeah, not a level.
That's like, isn't
Yeah.
that the like 18th?
Yeah, that's that's what you get at level 19. That's the
Oh,
capstone
well,
for
good.
sorcery. You have that to look forward to.
All up to level
And
20.
it's
you
not
can take a
all
short
of
rest
them.
in 10 minutes.
That's 4.
It's like
That's
4,
nice.
yeah.
Well,
I
Honestly,
get my
OP.
key points back. Or my focus
just
points
gonna
back.
burn some hit die, honestly.
Yeah. I have cast Fog Cloud and Gust of Wind already. I'm gonna regain my focus points.
Do you think I should burn 2 or 3?
You go down real easy, and it's just the 2 of us. I wouldn't leave anything
3
in
it
the
is.
bank.
That's a smart assessment.
Remind me, Tim. 'Cause I think this is how you do it. You roll, it's your constitution. Oh, never mind. It doesn't even matter to me. I have a +0 constitution, so it's just.
Yeah, I do. I think
But it's a
you add
constitution
your-
per dice,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So 3d8 +0.
Plus
Plus 0
3
3 times.
Yeah, importantly, 3 separate iterations.
Is a 0, yeah.
No.
3 times 0.
But that's in brackets.
How many did you roll? So when you said, should I roll 2 or 3? Oh, okay, here comes the third one.
The third one. No, I only have 2 d8.
Oh, that makes sense. Oh, you needed more d8s.
Okay, good.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 1 and a 2 on the first d8s.
That's why we roll that third one.
And I'm
That's right, you take the third one.
Leave nothing in the
I'm
bank,
doing pretty
as I
bad.
always say.
Well, how are you doing?
I look better.
All right. I will hit you with a.
Kiss?
I'll hit you with a cure wounds.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I kiss
What is
the
your
open
what is the
wound.
modifier again? Your spell
It's your wisdom.
Heals to my lips.
Plus your wisdom.
Heals to your
Yeah.
like on a
It's
like
not
your tongue
wisdom.
on a cold bowl.
The cracking of scab.
That
as
is
I pull away.
another 10 points.
Ooh, we love that.
Nice.
brings me
That's
exactly-
much better.
That brings me exactly to full. That's perfect.
Yeah, so we...
Okay. You take your short rest
Do we remember how long those temporary hit points from
All day, baby.
all day.
Bardic the mantle?
Yeah.
I think is the
Yeah.
the mantle is all day.
Oh shit! Yeah, so that's really.
I have an extra 11 right now.
Or for today, it's all day.
Yay.
Great.
Can
Yeah, we don't have to
you
leave.
Let me. I think it's 10 minutes. I want to take on the form of a panther, but I don't want the size. Would you let me become like a smaller?
Cat?
But I don't want the stats of a cat. I don't want the stats
feel
of a
like,
cat.
Here's the thing. No. I will.
Part of the stats of a panther are the size and musculature.
I will say, a lynx will fuck your day up.
Yeah, but
Would
I
a
don't
lynx
have,
fuck up a panther, or would a panther fuck up
I don't
a
have stats for a lynx.
Yeah, we could
But a lynx will fuck up a person.
find like a little cat.
Ocelots
cat-
are
I have a
always
cat stat.
vicious.
Ocelots are scary.
Ocelots are feral.
I'm sure there's-
vicious.
I would not.
I'll just be a cat.
Yeah. Whoa, they get no. That's not right. They get 3 attacks.
Love that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Multi-attack. That's 3 attacks. That's
What CR is it?
insane.
What's the CR of a lynx, Tim?
You're
You're gonna be a small cat.
What about a
1?
there's a
Dude, like I said,
a Nick,
lynxes
a Nick
are.
foreign lynx? Is that the
Oh, this is from Frog God. That's why.
I will say,
I have a,
lynxes are the
lynx.
badgers of cats.
I would agree with
I
that.
have a lynx here, but it says it's a large beast.
Oh, that's from Theros. That's
Yeah.
a Magic
Yeah.
Gathering.
You know what? I will do a cat. I will
Wait.
just do a cat.
We got there in the end.
I just didn't want to, but I will.
I hear you.
That's the
just
thing
a
that stresses
small
me out about
panther.
druids. It's not like, oh, I got all these spell cards to worry about. It's like, oh, the entire
Animal
like
kingdom.
zoology.
I will say,
statted out.
if you meet a small muscular panther in your travels at some point, I will allow you.
I gotta find a
to
panther
small
and
panther.
cast.
I was going to say, what if we meet a panther that's reduced?
If you meet,
Did I stutter?
you meet a small panther. I don't care how it got small.
I turn into a cat.
The Pokemon Snap aspect.
I'm putting it into the notes. Small muscular panther we need to meet.
Reduce. You just gotta meet. I don't care how he got small. It's not my business.
What if he was just a regular panther, but he was far away? Like he was in the distance.
Oh man, if that happens, I want to hear that argument.
So we rest our rest, and then I would say probably
That's Feywild shit.
Esper and Mark would head out first.
Stealthy.
I need a fish one before we go.
Oh. I thought you were just like really winding up that roll. I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be
But I will
legendary.
also wind up the roll.
Okay, 18.
16.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a higher stealth bonus than me?
Yeah, dude.
That's insane.
Such a shit rogue.
There's a lot you don't
I didn't
know
want to
about
say
Mark.
it.
You slip out quietly and inconspicuously. It's a little bit later. You can kind of blend in with the evening crowd. You don't catch any eyes. You head out. Are you heading out as well afterwards?
We would probably wait another 15 minutes or so,
I'll
and
have you roll your stealth checks now.
I can't guidance myself when I'm a cat, right?
you can't cast.
No, you can't cast spell.
I feel like.
That it was a D20. I thought it was a D12 for a second, but no, it's a D20. That's
21.
21.
Not 1, 5. I'm just a very loud cat.
What you notice,
Someone steps
what
on
you
my
quickly realize as you head outside, you have not seen a single cat
Oh, fuck.
in your entire time in this city. And it kind of dawns on you as you're walking out into the street.
As seeing, would I like clocking that and being like, oh shit, I am gonna. What color cat are you?
Like a brown, shaggy cat. Almost like a bear.
I feel like with a nat one, it's like bright pink orange. Like,
No, the
I
nat
didn't
one
roll.
there's no other cat.
I didn't roll bad on my transform into a cat roll.
That's true.
I'm
I
gonna
nailed that.
because in my sense at this point I'm wearing like scarves and stuff, and so I'm gonna pick Thistle up, and I'm going to shove him under my scarf.
Yeah.
and I just put a little like hey, like a little like.
I like the idea
on the back of
that
the neck.
I rolled bad on being a cat, so I came out like on my hind legs. Everyone's like, what the fuck? And I was like,
you tipped your cat back to me.
I pick Thistle up and I kind of shove him under my scarf, and I go, yeah, not our funnest moment, and we
no one told me about the cat thing.
and I say hold on.
No one told anybody
I'm
about the
gonna
cat thing.
take off towards. I'm gonna take a alternate route towards.
The red door. Where are you going? Where are you going?
Where am I going? Holding a cat. I'm gonna
In a bag.
In my bag. I'm gonna
still in
swing.
the bag.
I'm gonna take a roundabout route, and I'm gonna swing by. I'm not gonna go in, but I'm gonna make sure that I can lay eyes on the building that Mal told me was his apartment, and then I'm gonna swing around to where the red door is.
You do see it. Takes you probably another 15 minutes out of your way.
That's fine. I don't need
About
to.
half an hour behind these two.
Okay. Is there anyone
Just can't fuck this up
around?
immediately.
Is there like
Around the apartment?
yeah?
Make a
like-
perception check.
Okay. That's very good. That's a 24.
You see two figures.
I would say probably my illusion of Marius has worn off
Yes,
by this point.
definitely. It
Which
Yeah,
is
with
good.
the, with
Yeah.
the long rest.
You see two figures sort of leaning up in the alleyway across.
Okay.
And you can see they're keeping an eye on the apartment.
Anybody on the roof?
Not that you can see.
Okay. Good. That's what I needed to clock. I was looking mostly at the rooftops.
Can I see out of the bag?
You can kind of peer through the cloak.
I want to see if anyone's tailing us.
Okay, make a
'Cause
perception
I
check.
think
I will
I-
say a
He
disadvantage.
turns around in the bag and looks backwards.
I think I'm in one of those bags with like, the domes in the back.
Do you have the scent feature as a cat?
Yeah, I can't.
You could smell. You could try to smell for a tail.
I have a
Smells your
tail.
own tail.
It's directly above the butt.
12.
12.
I'm just trying to see if anyone's tailing us, because I
Doesn't appear to be.
get the impression I fucked up somehow by being shoved in a bag.
Doesn't appear to be the case.
Okay.
You two,
Yeah.
you make your way over to the red door, and as you arrive, you can see there's a bit of a lineup outside. There's two figures out front. The building is not huge from the outside. It looks like it might have 2 stories, but it is stone along the bottom. And you see the door is a beautiful crimson red. And there's essentially 2 bouncers letting folks in. As you walk up to the line, you wait maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, we're doing the line. Yeah.
I'll pass you 50 gold.
You come up to the front of the line. You see a tall, leanish figure of lean down. Can I help you?
Yeah, we were hoping to enter the establishment. We're from out of town. Heard good things.
Eyes you up and down. Covers 20 gold pieces.
Great.
Insight.
Oh, fuck, why? I'm so bad at my character, Tim.
Oh, you little prick.
You made a broken character in a bad way.
No, I just made a character that I forget has skills.
You know what your character's really good at?
It's the help action, but it's probably too late. You've already rolled.
Certainly not.
I feel like Esper would do an insight thing because
You can-
I'm an idiot. Esper isn't.
You can help. This happened pretty fast.
Yeah, come on.
First of the night. It's
Come on, you little punk.
Dude, I'm just
Come on,
like
little piggy boy. Come on, fucker. Okay, that's marginally better.
Esper doesn't have ADHD, and Adam has it in
My
spades.
fucking dice, bro. It's just a 14.
14. Seems like that's the cover. You've seen people paying as they go up. You can hear the clinking of coins. Take a minute's word. And 20 gold pieces isn't a ton.
Yeah.
I know that, but
Great. I'll hand him 40 gold pieces.
Thank you very much. Right this way, gentlemen. He opens the door. And you step in,
If you win anything.
and you can see there's a bit of a staircase down.
Yeah.
As you walk down, you can see there is a number of tables. There's 6 tables you can see right out in the center. There is an ornate bar along the left-hand wall. And at the back corner, it kind of takes up the whole corner across, and you can see it looks over the tables. You can see there is 2 stone pillars, and there looks to be a hallway in behind. You can see one of the casino workers kind of heading behind with like a chest, like a small chest. And you see between those 2 stone pillars, you see a fairly large black and red with like beautiful gold bands across all the eye stalks. A large beholder sort of floating there, just looking out over the tables. And like, you can see its eyes pretty bloodshot. And it's like, you see a waiter come up and just like hand it a huge plate of food as it's just like, it's just devouring this food as it looks over the tables.
everybody's got to make a living.
And you see all the tables have dealers. There's one that looks to be a roulette table, a fairly large roulette table. And the other seems to be cards of some kind. And you see a figure kind of pacing along the back near where the beholder is in a beautiful crimson coat, finely tailored, and black clothes underneath, and kind of a pretty sharp widow's peak and long slicked black hair, and very noticeably fairly large canines.
I know I'm proficient in one gambling set. I can't remember which one, so I just want to.
We'll say if it's like dice or cards, like we'll say the roulette, or we'll say the card game is the dice.
Cool.
Because it's gonna, if we do play it.
Yeah, the card game, the dice. I'm right there with you. And the dice game is cards.
Is cards.
Cool, perfect.
Roulette. You can't really be proficient in roulette. That's basically.
That's purely luck.
Yeah. Okay.
I will say there is a mathematical thing you can work out, but we're not going to into that. I'm just saying. That is actually good information. I'm glad we came.
Fellow with the tusk, beholder, many tables.
And the eye stalks are fairly droopy.
It's not the most alert beholder, even so.
So
Focus on the tables.
essentially, from Adam's perspective, cone on the room so that you can't magically.
Yeah, it's specifically around the tables,
Yeah.
like the way the tables are oriented.
Around the
are, like,
roulette tables?
in that cone, the whole
Yeah, the
all
whole
the
thing,
tables,
yeah.
that you can
But-
see. There's a few doors at the back.
Specifically, it looks like they're keeping this thing awake as long as humanly possible so that it, yeah.
Doesn't look great. But you've probably never seen a beholder before.
No.
Oh, yeah, right.
Doubtful.
You have probably read about one.
Oh, well, you know, my dad would have talked about them.
What the fuck is that thing?
Oh, yeah, that's a beholder. They're bad news.
Okay.
They're really bad, actually.
How do
really
I-
quite bad.
How do I feel in its cone? When all of the, like...
Do you go down? You're not in the cone at
yeah,
the moment. The
yeah.
way that it's kind of
Yeah,
spaced, you're
sure.
still sort
I
of.
think, like, hey, we're here to have a good time. You
We
like
are here
cards?
to have
I love cards.
That's, yeah.
And we're just a couple of lads.
Yeah, you're good at bluffing, yeah.
Yeah. We're just here to have a good time.
Yep.
I'd love to just like head on down to like the card game. I'm proficient. And my
I feel like if there was a gambling game that a frat boy would be good at, it would be poker. Like, that makes sense to me.
yeah. The backstory is cohesive.
It all comes together.
While playing this game, what Mark would love to be trying to do is discern if there's anybody who works here who isn't the big eyeball guy, who is maybe slightly less professional than anybody else. You know, like maybe just like a little untucked, or looks like they're new to the job.
Okay.
So someone who's either over the hill or just like starting at the hill.
Great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So you head down. As you walk into the cone, Mark, your mind gets quieter. It feels quieter for some reason. You notice your fingers just a little bit more solid than you're used to feeling.
You're wearing gloves right now, right?
Yes,
That's
yes.
not perceptible.
Feel that. A little more tangible.
Do you feel anything?
Yeah, I feel dialed in.
Great. I love that a beholder cone is just ambient. I feel good right now. Fuck.
I feel like I can focus.
Whoa. Let's do tasks.
So you take a look around. I'll have you make a. You can both make perception checks if you like, or you can help Mark make a perception check.
I'll just help.
Yeah, that's one. That's pretty good. But we brought two d20s for exactly this reason. A baby boy, slightly better. I think that's going to be an 18 all in. Do I have proficiency? No. Good call, Sean. That would be untrue to the character. Yeah, 18 all in.
Okay. So as you get set
All
up,
in.
you see
No.
the game that they're playing works like blackjack. That seems to be the card game of choice.
Okay.
If we want to play, we can. But as you look around, you notice a few things. You see that the bartender is a little fast and loose. You can see where everyone else is sort of fairly buttoned up with vests and kind of like, finely tailored shirts. You can see the bartender vest open and like the shirt is mostly open. You can see like he is an older gentleman. You can see he looks a little haggard, but he's quick with a smile. He seems very charming. He knows all the regulars, and his hair is fully down. It's not back in a ponytail. It's pretty long, and you can hear him laughing fairly loudly. And you see one of the dealers to the table next to you. You can see she fumbles a little bit on a couple of the card draws, and you watch as you catch out of the corner of your eye the gentleman in the crimson jacket kind of zeroes in on her and is just sort of watching her kind of over her shoulder.
Tim, if you were to assign a person that we know who looks like the bartender, Does someone come to mind? Because your description, I immediately thought of Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Good, that's
Like quick with a smile,
Yeah.
long hair. Like
Fucking
that's
beauty,
Bam.
dude.
Big open vans.
Beauty.
Like, that's Bam. Bam, we love you.
Bam, we love you.
Yeah. So like,
So green dealer, like a little unkempt
table
bartender.
Yeah.
I would love to just like play a few hands. You know,
Alright.
like pretty normal shit. We don't necessarily have to play them out. Like that's.
Oh, we are gonna play them out.
Oh fuck.
Is
Sean's
there-
not
is there-
good at
Is
gambling.
there an equivalent of like I know like they won't be like slot machines, but like equivalent of like low stakes betting where it's like penny bets basically?
Not
here.
Not that you see.
Yeah.
There's a few more rooms, like there's other doors, but they are closed and there is an employee next to each of them. So you're not sure.
I feel like Esper's experience with gambling is like back alley knuckle bones, and that's it. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't know what the fuck he's in for.
It's easy. I'll show you how to do it. We're gonna do a little.
All right, so
I'll watch you on this
you're gonna
first
get 2 d10s,
Oh boy.
and ones can either be 1 or 11.
Oh great, yeah.
It's 21.
That's
so basically,
21.
yeah.
Fucking
So you're
great.
gonna roll
And then
both,
you can add a D10.
and then you can,
to-
if you want to add, you
that's
can roll another
a
d10.
very
So the dealer.
graceful way of doing that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Okay.
That's a bust.
We gotta. So
Oh.
roll your first 2.
13.
13. Okay, and then if you want to hit, you can hit.
Fucking hit.
yeah, I'm an idiot. That's not a
Yeah,
bust.
come on now.
And the buy-in, we should place the bets, but
17.
What's regular like 10 gold?
yeah,
Yeah.
say that. But the buy-in's 10 gold. What are you at?
Do you?
What's the dealer have? Because the dealer would have.
which one?
19.
Well, we got to go, baby. 17.
Oh yeah, should
Have they
one, but
have
that's
they
fine.
stayed or okay?
Come on, baby boy. That's a 10 to you, sir. Well done. You know.
Thank you very much.
Good.
Okay, yeah. I'll play a hand as well.
All right, so this time I'll only tell you one of the numbers because.
And I would love to just keep an eye
Yes.
on how that young dealer's doing across the way. Just as this is going on, we're playing this game.
Yeah.
But we're
Okay.
looking
Let's roll
at.
again.
Come on, you little punk, you little. Okay.
You've seen 8 of one of the dealer's cards.
Okay, I've got a 1 and a 7.
I've got a 1 and a 5.
That's either 16 or an 18 for me.
Gotta hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit on this.
So what does the dealer have?
You see an 8.
You gotta hit.
Yeah. I think
Oh wait.
15. Yeah.
That's 21.
I'm gonna take a 15 and we're
18,
gonna hit
21.
it.
That's 21.
We're gonna hit it. Are we playing against each other right now? Well, that's a 21 as well.
No.
No,
15
you
plus
get that.
6?
Put in your
Yeah. 15 plus 6. 21s.
21s.
Hold on. The
2 kings. What?
Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a 19 for the dealer. There's 19. So
Take that back.
beat the house.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
21 is 1.5 though.
Yeah.
If you're playing back tech rules.
Oh, well, don't mind if I
One and
take
a
an
half.
extra.
Oh yeah.
Beat the
I
house.
thought that was a natural 21. Not if you.
No, a natural 21 has different.
So yeah, you
rules,
both get
depending
15
on the
gold.
cards.
Everything's happening. Everything's still as.
Make a
normal.
perception check.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're playing 2 games.
Playing 2
We're playing 2 games inside of a game, dude.
I'm gonna write down my money total in my
Oh,
book.
not great. Mark's getting a little too involved.
I assume Esper probably would have helped.
But you can also hold yourself. Like,
It's not great.
it's
But
5
my
for
perception's
me.
alright at 12.
12, and what was yours?
5.
5, yeah. You're kind of jacked on the game. Like with that win, you're sort of like you lose concentration a little bit, and you're
Getting 21. Yeah,
gambling.
yeah.
Show me the money, show me the money, show me the money.
This is the game for the rest of the tonight. This is
Did you want to gamble again?
blackjack.
What, has anything changed in the...
I'm gonna stand up and go to a different table, but the same game.
Okay.
All right, best of luck.
Yeah, you too.
Which table do you go over to the table with the green dealer? or
I'm
do
gonna
you-
go over to the green. No, I'm gonna go. Does it look suspicious? Can I make an insight check on like basically a vibe check to be like, would it look too suspicious that I do one game and then immediately go to the green? Should I like float around a bit? Can I do an insight check to try and gauge that room
Vibe
vibe?
check.
Big numbers. That's great.
He's got those vibes.
21.
21. You see a few other patrons moving from
Yeah.
table to table, usually after a loss. But you don't see anybody with a win, then move to another table. You do see a few people.
Right.
Like kind of.
Oh,
throw
this
up their
table's
hands.
hot. I'm gonna lose.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I would say then. I'll say the table then.
I'm gonna pitch. I would love to basically bet 30 gold pieces on this next one for like 40 gold pieces for like the next 4 hands.
Okay.
Just because
Yeah,
blackjack ain't exactly the best viewing
yeah,
experience.
sure.
But like we're committed to this
Okay,
bit
yeah.
of like we're just regular gambling.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
$40 all in. You committed to that? We gambling. We're just two bros
it's
gambling
4
together.
games, but you're just gonna
Yeah.
play.
Well, no. So I'll do 20, and if I lose the second, I'll move to the other table because I want to. I think Esper
yeah,
wants
yeah.
that excuse to move as soon as possible.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Here we go, baby. Here we go. That's 13. We're hitting again.
You see a 10 on the here.
Got it.
Yeah, you gotta. I'm hitting it.
Fuck, I'm bust.
Fuck you. Oh, 17 titties.
17 and
22.
22. Okay, bust.
So I
The
would-
dealer reveals a 9 as 19.
Oh, we were hot and then we are not.
40 gold.
Yeah.
I'll mark down 20,
20,
and then
yeah,
I will essentially go to the other table, and I'll just do it like yeah.
What has been?
This is with the green. This is with the green dealer.
The green dealer, yeah. You see a 9.
That's deuce 5s. I'm gonna split it.
Oh
Yeah, now we
You
get fancy.
put out
I don't know what
another
that
10.
means.
You split
So
cards.
there's
and
your
shit.
20 gold.
I don't know to gamble.
Blackjack's my game.
Oh my god.
Split it again.
How am I doing this? No,
It's-
because it's cards for each.
Yeah. But you got double 7s.
12.
So split it. Split it
Can I borrow
more.
your d10s?
Yeah. Square it.
Keep splitting it.
I'd hit
Forever split.
That's 22. That's bust. That's 16. I'll hit again.
Gotta hit on 60.
Gotta hit on.
We can hit more than 3 times.
You can hit as many as you
many
want.
as you
That's
want.
bust.
Oh, I would have hit on that 7. Doesn't matter.
So I lose.
Bust. You
I lose
40.
No, you just did 20.
'Cause you
20,
just-
20.
20 with the 2 games.
Okay, well, yeah,
I was
right,
going
right.
down for 2
Yeah,
games.
yeah,
so
20.
Still
the
40
20.
though.
So yeah, you still wind up losing 40.
What has just been a conventional tip at these places?
You see, it depends. You see a few folks who are betting quite a bit higher than you, tossing like 100 gold pieces. You see, there is another woman who's betting around what you're betting, and she tosses in 5 gold pieces.
I will say, with that split, I feel like Esper would have needed that explained to him because he doesn't know the game, and Esper's going to use that as a way to start conversation with the dealer.
Okay.
Because I understand blackjack very well. Esper doesn't. Esper's
yeah,
never
yeah.
fucking played 21,
Yeah.
and so he would have been like, people would have gone, oh, with the double, and he wouldn't have understood. And he's like, I'm sorry, sorry, can you explain? I'm new to this game. I'm new to town.
Yeah, and she
Yeah.
like walks you through. So you can split.
Great.
You have to bet for each.
Thank you.
hand.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Of course.
And then at the last, I'd be like, both losses. That's a shame. You've been working here long.
And like she looks as she
Oh.
starts to deal again.
I'm sorry.
For a little bit, yes.
Yeah,
She
great.
starts to.
Could I try to make a persuasion check to just be like,
Yeah, you can make a persuasion
charming?
check.
Yeah.
Not
You're
charmed.
too new. You're too green. Green for green.
Green for green.
I see it.
Is that a natural one? No.
One.
From shit, flowers grow.
For a total of 8, but it's a fucking natty one.
So you see,
This
as
dice is
she
bad for me tonight.
goes to respond to you, she goes, and you watch as a hand lands on her shoulder, as the gentleman with the crimson jacket looks at you both. So sorry, sir, but we like to keep the conversation with the dealers at a minimum.
I'm so sorry. Again,
She's working.
Yeah, I apologize.
I would love to like come over to the table because we're at different tables as we established. I want to say, oh, I'm sorry. I'd like to apologize for my friend. I'm going to give her the 5 gold. He's new. He didn't know how to play the game.
I'm so sorry.
No problem at
We're
all.
going to sit at the bar. Thank you very much for
course.
letting him know.
This one's on me. And you watch as he flags over the bartender.
Thank you very much.
Bartender's like, yeah!
And I would love to, in that, just like make eye contact with the green. And
Yes!
do like a really like, I'm really sorry for him. But like definitely try to smolder at her.
Like she is just focused on it. Like she catches your eye, but is like,
I'm here to gamble, Tim.
Could I just to justify my help action here with my expertise in persuasion, which is very sad, I got an one. Could I be like, oh, I'm so thankful, and I put out my hand to the guy to keep his eyes on me so that this smolder isn't caught. That's essentially what I'm trying to do, is like
sure.
make it so the smolder is less noticed by one, more by the other.
come on.
The game within the game.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I think that's
okay.
gonna be a 21.
Woo!
21.
Blackjack.
Okay.
That's a blackjack, baby.
That's 1.5 times.
So you, as you reach your hand out, he does reach out and take your hand. No problem.
Thank you. Yeah.
Please, just call me Mr. Red.
Mr. Red.
And you see with that, as like he's distracted, she's like, and she mouths a thank you,
I'm just gonna say
He doesn't
I'm gonna
see.
be at the bar.
and she keeps dealing.
Yes.
We're gonna head to the bar.
Yeah, you head over to the
As
bar.
long as we need to be.
All right.
Well, we have,
Hey man, what's going on?
Like I think we're like, ooh, we lost big, but we're still our characters.
Yeah.
You know, our character. Like we're still trying to have a good time.
Taking a bit of a beating tonight.
Oh yeah.
I'm new to it, so it was my friend here showing me the ropes. But
The lady luck.
yeah, she's not on my side tonight. That's
Not
for sure.
tonight, not tonight. We'll find her. That Mr. Red, he's
yeah,
got
he's-
a firm hand.
Oh yeah, he's a great guy.
I got a bone broken. He shook my hand so hard.
He starts pouring shots for you.
Mate,
Yeah.
I'd love to just like before we even pay for it. Like I know he said this one's on the house, but I'm like I'd love to like pay for the equivalent of like the drinks.
You just scoops in. You watch.
Yeah.
He puts it in like a golden goblet. It's a tip jar.
I'll tip him 17 gold as like a if you pay a bartender at the start of the night with a big tip, the rest of your night will go really well. And I think Esper knows this very well.
He's
So.
pouring big drinks.
And I basically want to chat him up and be like, you know, like this place is really sick.
Yeah, man.
Yada yada. But you'd like, we're looking to like tie one on afterwards, and you seem like a man in the know. Like, where's your spot to go after work?
The after party.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that depends. I know a little spot. It's pretty tight. You liking brews?
I love it.
You'll like I like and brews.
That sounds
Like
great.
and brew.
Like and brews.
Yeah,
I
sounds
like and
awesome.
brews. That's what it's called.
I like it.
Yeah, it's real.
And effectively,
BREWS.
Yeah.
my goal here is to just like chat up this guy, like, and we don't need to roleplay like befriending a bartender over the course of 40 minutes. My goal here is just to like chat him up. I want to know like where he goes after work.
Okay.
Because like now is not the place to pump
Yeah.
people for information with old
Yeah.
Johnny Gazer over there. But like I want to know where, yeah. And I just want to like generally endear him to us as much as possible.
Okay. I will have you roll. I'll have you both roll charisma checks.
We got this. We got this.
Just charisma, not persuasion.
Just charisma.
Just
This-
raw likability.
Conversational charisma.
We're going back to old reliable.
Oh,
I've had some bad rolls tonight, so
oh, that's another 21. We're rolling hot tonight. Money is nothing. It's about social capital.
I got a 9. I don't know, like Esper's just not fucking charming today.
Yeah. Something about this beholder cone. It's just
Yeah, I feel like
the
he
cramp on.
he feels more alive and it's unpleasant. Like he feels like he feels more the aches and
Yeah.
like the body
Yeah.
feeling. He's like, I
Yeah.
can feel my bones.
So you do. You spend time with this bartender. Shortly into your conversation, though, you do see someone come out of the back room, yell. You hear just kind of the doors burst open, and you hear this yelling as this like he looks sort of middle-aged, kind of paunchy. He's yelling, and you watch as he pulls out a sword from a cane, and he starts waving it around.
Whoa.
And you see like you look as Mr. Red looks over, doesn't blink an eye, and you watch out of behind those hallways, you watch two huge gentlemen come out, and as they're going, you watch their hands become like hairy and muscular and clawed as they grab this guy and drag him back into the hallway. And we're gonna
Back where he came from?
back where they came from. He came out of one of the small
Yeah.
rooms. We're gonna cut to you outside. So, where would you like to set up?
Okay, so we would want to probably approach because I would know where the red door is. I would probably want to approach it from a non-direct way. I don't know, rooftops were Shy's game.
Okay.
So I'm
I
gonna,
became a cat.
So I'm gonna climb
All nimble and shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna climb a rooftop, like maybe a half a block away.
Make an acrobatics check for me.
Absolutely. Before we go, I'm gonna
Yeah.
climb out of the bag.
Make an acrobatics check for me.
Okay. That's a 25.
What is acrobatics? Dex?
What I want.
Acrobatics is Dex?
Acrobatics is dex.
Ooh, yeah.
Maybe you should have stayed in the bag.
I should have stayed in the bag.
That's a 25.
Nice. So you head over.
What'd you get?
I got that one!
No!
Bad at being a cat.
Bad at being a cat.
We've got some like half table energy. Like Em and Sean.
I just like,
roll
I
around.
get out of the bag, I go to
Fucking-
clear like the first roof to roof, and it's like,
You do land on your feet, but yeah, you are not graceful, and like you realize the architecture is not really cat friendly. As you're kind of scrambling around trying to figure out how to get back up to the rooftop.
With my 25, would I be able to have gotten up a little bit, see him struggling, and then have gone down and been able to either scoop or help him up?
Yeah, grab him, scoop him back up.
And I like put him on my shoulder,
Okay.
like around my, I just kind of
You climb
put
up.
him around and I climb up. And I let him down off the roof. I'm sorry.
You be shaped into an old cat.
And I look at this and I'll be like, you'll have better luck.
It's incontinent.
You'll have better luck up here. Just don't slip, okay? Yeah, all right.
All
And I'm
right.
like, if you want to go in the bag again, you just meow a couple times. Yeah, okay. Grumpy.
I'll have you make a stealth check for me, please, as you head to a nice vantage spot.
23.
23.
14.
I like to think that because like this is Shy's game. Like
Yeah.
this is what Shy did. If we were needing messages delivered to people or things stolen and ran, it's
You're
like
in your element.
I am in my element right
As
now.
you steal across the rooftops, you're keeping up fairly well, but you do find a nice spot that kind of overlooks the back of the red door.
'Kay.
I assume you want to go to the back?
Yeah.
You see there is a large alleyway that runs through. You can see it is walled on either side,
Right.
so there's kind of like a gap of probably about 20 feet, and then either side of that alleyway has been blocked off by a wall and a door that you can see there are people.
The guards.
There's guards on
Okay.
those doors. And you kind of set up and you wait, and you look at the back of the red door, just looks like a solid stone wall.
When we landed the roof, Thistle would become Thistle again. He's realizing that the cat thing is just not doing it for him. So just become Thistle.
Not a hot streak with the cat.
No.
It's no small panther.
No small. Listen, if it was a small panther,
We'd be doing much better with the small band.
different story altogether. But
And I would be, as I was sitting on the roof, I'd be kind of pointing this out to Thistle.
Okay. You are there for probably 45 minutes. It's pretty quiet. Nothing seems to happen. And after about 45 minutes, maybe an hour, you see part of the stone wall depress and slide open. And you see a figure fly out and land on the ground. Middle-aged, paunchy individual yelling. You can see they have a broken cane, kind of spills out next to them. And you watch as two large figures approach out and just start beating the shit out of this guy.
Does the guy look familiar to me?
Make a perception check.
Not from here. It's an 11.
It's hard to make out. From
But
where you are,
I would
and
know
they
who
are
those two guys are,
over
though,
top. You know that's Titus and Linus.
Yeah.
As they're just raining blows. And the figure goes limp, and you watch as Linus scoops them up, goes over to where one of the walls is, and literally throws them over the wall, and they
Just in the street. Would this be commonplace of something that would be done at the Red Door? Does it seem like it's gotten more brutal since I left?
It's not unheard of. You know that Cyrus keeps he runs a tight ship.
Yeah.
and does not tolerate any fucking around. Like, that's why Titus and Linus are there.
Here's my question. When the Iocyan came to my door the first time, was it Titus and Linus?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They look like they could be, fun.
Fun's one word for it, yeah. That's Cyrus's brothers. It's Titus and Linus.
Cyrus is
The pit boss of
proprietor.
all. Yeah, he oversees all the gambling.
Is he large like them?
More in personality than stature and power, for sure.
I would like to have a little wrestle with those two.
I'd like to put their heads in the wall.
Oh, I could arrange that.
You see Linus
Now?
is over by the
Not
wall, kind of rubbing his hands, and you see Titus has a pipe, and he starts smoking.
And their hands were like, what animal would you?
They looked like, almost like wolf claws, but they're pretty muscular as it is, and you can see their forearms kind of expanded, and
So
their
they
claws
like
got
half.
large.
They're like half beast.
Almost, yeah, they're shifters. So they almost have like a werewolf quality, like they're like a lycanthropy. But it's not a full transformation. It's either part or some.
And do they have control over that, or is it like
They can.
But I mean, like they can control which parts change, or is it that sort of like?
Generally, it presents the same in any individual. Like it's unique to the individual, but
Yeah, but
however it presents for
is
them,
the same
it's always the
always,
same.
okay.
At least that's how. Yeah, that's how I do it.
And so, what I'm looking for is, so that's the depression of the wall. That would be kind of like, it was a flat, and then the wall depressed.
Slid
moved in.
open.
Is it still open?
It is still open at the moment.
Okay. It might be the case that when we're coming back, that's probably where, if we're gonna get in or we're gonna get out, that would be a way out.
But, that's assuming it can be opened from the outside.
Yeah,
It might be an inside open only.
you're right. Is there any rooftop access that it looks like from the red door?
There's no balconies. It's all solid.
We could theoretically give them a reason to throw someone out. And when the back door opens, the rest of us are waiting.
That's very true.
So we surprise them.
Because if they're
I
gonna,
get my wrestle. And then you folks can go do the stealing.
that's true. That actually might be not a half a bad plan. It's just we got to be careful that Linus and Titus don't lay hands before that person is outside.
It appears that they, his cane was broken, but he seemed relatively unharmed.
That's true.
Is that accurate? Like when he first got tossed out, was he relatively unscathed?
No, he looked a little rough.
Yeah.
Like I think he said unarmed.
No, I said unharmed.
Oh, unharmed. Yeah, he looked a little rough.
But they didn't like beat the shit out of him
Not
on the
in
way.
this.
Oh, okay.
No, no,
I
no,
misunderstood.
No.
No. I mean, like,
Thistle's fucking hard.
they beat
He's getting beat to unconsciousness.
No, I
No,
mean,
no,
like
the-
they just carried him out and did the dirty work.
Yeah, the
outside.
dirty work happens outside. That's
Which, yeah, your pitch is...
That's where all the mud is.
We wait till they
They
throw him
bring us
out,
out ready to beat
give
us
us an
up.
entrance.
And my question is, if I step foot in there and they see it's me,
Yes, you're not going to be thrown out the back.
I am certainly not. However, the debt is paid. So, I know Cyrus doesn't always follow by the rules, and while Fangira might want something to do with me because of my brother, she may also want nothing to do with me.
When the debt, was that only your father's debt, or was it also a debt that your brother owed?
It was my father's debt.
All right.
And when I was attempting to take it, I started to try and pay it down by running, and then I got into fighting because it was more money and I could make the money faster fighting for the Lumraz, and they run some underground pit fighting, and that's where I started. But the debt, my father told us that he was starting to try to work to pay off the debt, and then the debt just got bigger because he kept gambling to try and win it back. And so I realized that it wasn't my job to stop my dad from gambling. It was my job to take my brother and go. And that's when I tried to get him out.
Theoretically, though, as all things stand, there should, other than you apparently needing, them needing to have you dead because that's what they said, there is no real reason for them to have any bad blood with you, as that it has been paid.
You're correct.
So it's a cover-up at this point.
It's Marius trying to cover his ass. My sense is I don't know why he needed me dead. He said he gave me a good excuse. When he had me in the cell, you were still a mouse then, but he said, I gave you the perfect cover-up. I gave you the perfect excuse. And I don't know what he meant by that, but my sense is there's something. If Marius sold me out to the Isle Sign, it was probably to get in favor. Because if they got Adri, if they knew of Adri's magical powers and they got him, that might have put the Lumraz in better graces with the Isle Sign. And that's maybe how Marius got in tight with them. I don't know. I haven't been in the city for 2
See Linus grabs his brother as he's finishing up his pipe, kind of by his, they both have this long mane of hair, and kind of pulls him in, and they head back inside the door.
And they don't do anything to the door visibly that we can see when they go back
Not
in.
from the outside. You see they come in, and then it like slides over.
Okay.
Do you know the layout inside? Have you, you've never worked?
No. Krakens, no. I mean, I know what the main floor looks like.
But you don't know where they would store.
I mean, would I have ever had to deliver something to someone sitting at one of the back, like, VIP tables? Or, like, would I have had to run into some
Into
of the
one
back
of those
rooms?
back rooms?
Yeah. Would that have been something I would have done?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I know the layout pretty well, but I couldn't tell you where that is in the relation to the. I don't know where the vault, if there is a vault in there. We also don't even know that the pen is here. My sense it's here, but I don't know where.
I have a question for you. I don't have this prepared today, but I do have locate object. It says an object that I am familiar with. We've seen it and been described it. Would that be enough?
Right, he did show you
A picture.
what it looked like.
Yeah. Would that
Did
be
you
an
summon a version of
Yes.
it?
Yeah.
You've seen
yeah.
a physical version
Would
of
that be enough that, I mean, I wouldn't have to prepare it tomorrow and come back, but would that be enough to use this to locate that?
I think so, yeah.
I can't do it today, but I have magical ways of divining whether or not the pen is present and where the pen is present.
That's very helpful.
Yes. So, I think our running plan should be a multi sort of pronged attack.
Yeah.
We send one of our fine young men in to get kicked out, which I'm sure they will find a way. We then deal with Midas Touch and Linus out back,
Yeah.
and then we go back in to retrieve the pen. If we wanted to add a sort of extra layer to that, it might be a convenient time for you to show up
It might very well be.
as well to distract even further.
Yeah. If you feel like you could handle Titus and Linus without me.
Well, I feel if I was with one of the young gentlemen in our group, I feel the two of us could handle the two of them,
Okay.
or at least try.
Yeah. I think I'd be reticent to leave you against Titus and Linus alone, and my goodness, how good it would feel for me to put my fist into their face. I don't know if I want to leave you to that fight on your own. But I think me showing up then might be, if I'm going to show my face at some point and cause a stink. I've been pretty quiet so far, but I don't know. I got a bit of a fire in my belly about seeing my brother, and it's hard being here and not feeling still so far from him. So, we get the pen. I hope to the deeps that Mal makes good on his word to get me in touch with Adri, and then if Adri will come, we go. Okay. Okay.
One more question.
Yeah.
Our two large enforcers,
Yes.
what are they like? Are they as regimented as their brother appears?
Absolutely not.
No, they are very much the schoolyard bully type.
Baby would be more kind of like enforcers to Cyrus's brain.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
Yeah.
like dum-dums.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They think with their fists.
Love
I'm
that.
gonna pull out.
I have a gift for them tomorrow night.
Oh.
It's a little bit of pleasure wine. They might like to take it off of me if they caught me with it.
Pleasure wine.
Yes, I feel if
Is
I
that
was-
what you bought? Is that what you bought from
It
me?
is what I bought. I feel if I was to saunter on by an old, decrepit man like myself with a bottle of pleasure wine, they might decide this is something we would like.
You know,
This is perfect heist energy.
you know, they would take that off of you pretty quick, and it would be gone before they pushed you to the ground.
That is what I hope would happen.
Well, all right then. If you're buying shit that you're planning to not take yourself, like maybe you let us know that.
But you didn't even know I had it, so why would you be
Well, I saw
concerned
you-
that I would take it?
I saw you have the crate.
Well, if only you knew about the other stuff I've purchased.
If only, Thistle. If only.
It needs to happen for the heist movie part where it's like, but wait.
Exactly.
There has to be
There's more.
secrets.
So we would probably stay there for a little bit, and
We never talked about where we're meeting after.
Back at Moss's.
Back at Moss's. Okay.
and then we would probably hop some route. How far is Mal's from the red door? I'm sorry, I'm a sucker. Shy's a sucker.
It's probably about a half an hour.
Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't hop rooftops all the way back to Mel's, but we would go.
Back to the safe house.
Would you like to go alone? I don't want to.
To the safe house?
Or you were going to.
This was in my brain. I was like,
Oh,
whether
I
it was-
wasn't sure if you were.
You would see Shy kind of looking off, I think with M trying to figure that out. You would see Shy looking off in the direction that you knew,
We came.
yes. And just kind of like, there, she has kind of one braid. There's a big mass of curls and there's one braid and she's literally unbraiding it and rebraiding it while thinking. You can almost hear the cogs in her head thinking.
When we get your brother out,
Yeah.
you spoke of not wanting to leave him behind.
Which him are you speaking about?
Your brother.
Okay.
There's are you okay leaving the other one behind? Would he leave with us?
I don't think so. And I'd never ask him to do that. I don't know if there's anything there anymore, or if there is. I don't know if it's too much. There's too much baggage with it now. It was my port in a stormy time in my life. And he was everything to me. And I was supposed to meet him in Ellery with Edry, and we were going to start a life together. And he never came. Because I was dead. And,
I would say the time you have spent apart, I think you might have said goodbyes that he has not.
yeah. You're probably right. Things he wasn't ready to say. Or didn't feel he got the chance to.
All I mean is, we should be aware when we leave with your brother, and having robbed, we have to be careful what we leave him with.
You're
A
right.
brother he can't trust, and a group out to get us with a known associate being him.
You're right.
He doesn't have to come with you, but we should maybe ask him if he wants to leave with us.
Or we put him in a place where they can't touch him.
Your brother will need someone he knows, unless you plan to stay close by to the Vitoma. I think he's a capable young man. I'm sure Mr. Moss could find.
For Mal. Find Mal work.
Well, why not? He seems very capable.
Yes.
And our benefactor seems to delight in finding talent in unexpected places.
You may very well be right.
And that gives you time to decide whether he is still a port worth docking in.
I don't know if I can put him in a position where he's forced by my indecision or my hesitancy or my baggage to wait for me.
Thistle would stop, like put his hand on Shy's shoulder and stop her. And when you looked over your shoulder, he would look you right in the eyes and he would say,
My dear, you already have. Let's go find the others.
Okay.
Okay. Head back to the safe house. I will have you make a stealth check. Back in the casino.
That is a 22.
Roll
That
good,
ones?
Giannis.
Roll
Thank
good.
you. I forgot that part earlier. That is an 18.
Choice.
There we go. Well,
That's the thing is
Cat's not stealthy.
But the weird
Old
thing is-
man, very stealthy.
Cat has a +4. Thistle has guidance, which is effectively effectively a +4. So.
Back at the bar. You continue to chat up the bartender.
I'd love to just like, how IP of a VIP, I assume a high roller. Is that guy usually causing trouble around here?
Yeah, he's been in a few times, and I think Mr. Red was looking for an excuse to haul him out.
While they have this conversation, I want to keep an eye out for, at any point, if they're moving money, what direction that's going.
Okay. You've seen it a couple of times.
Yeah, they're like bringing in fresh coins.
They go into that same hallway behind
where
the holder.
Titus
Yeah,
and
and Linus went. And you see they come back a little while later, and they
where they
talk.
went out where they took the dude.
Yeah, they come out of that same behind the beholder. They come and talk to Mr. Red. See them chat for a bit. He smiles at them, and they go up to the other end of the bar. Bartender heads over and pours them pretty hefty size steins of ale, it looks like.
Gotta hate when the folks get rowdy, eh?
You're talking to them?
Yeah.
They're pretty far away. They're like at the other end of the bar.
Oh, like how far? Is that like, would I have to shout to say that? Or
Yeah,
would I,
yeah, it's
okay,
like
yeah.
15 feet.
I would, if they were close enough, I could make
Yeah.
like casual. I don't want to be uncasual. But, oh yeah, chat. Yeah, pretty crazy, huh?
I think.
I would give them I would look at them and give them like a fucking rough night kind of look.
Okay.
Like,
That's all they do.
I would go back to thumbing my drink.
Keep talking to each other.
The game plan is, at least for like, we can stay here for a couple hours.
Yeah.
Like we're enjoying. It sounds like
Yeah.
we're enjoying his company. He's enjoying ours. It sounds like
Absolutely.
pretty plausible. And I just love to keep an eye on our green friend and how she's doing for like the next little while of the night.
Two things. I'll have you make a perception check.
We love that.
Oh yeah, I'll give the help action.
just the.
The problem with a heist episode is I'm thinking of ADHD is just like everything, all of the things you can do,
gone
and so I'm
full
like,
Sherlock.
I'm fully in my
Danny
mind
Ocean.
palace. No, I'm not here anymore. I'm out of my body. I'm fully in my own mind.
Fuck, he's not letters, but he's not much better. It's a 13.
Okay. The bartender's playing you with quite a bit of drink. So it's hard to kind of like, you're trying to be inconspicuous about it, and it's difficult to do. Just where the bar is placed, to kind of, you really have to turn your whole body to look over there and kind of get a good glance.
I will also say something that makes sense to me is something that Esper is probably very good at, and Mark isn't, is thumbing drinks, which is the art of drinking but not actively imbibing.
That's absolutely not happening.
Yeah. So like,
Wouldn't even occur to
Esper
Mark.
is so sober and looks like he's had a few, and Mark is just back to
I
bunch.
do need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Hell yeah, baby.
See how.
Want to see what a plus 0 can do?
Plus 0 for.
11.
Okay, you're definitely getting drunk.
Yeah, dude.
You're starting. You don't feel sick or anything, but you feel good.
I'm feeling buzzed. I'm feeling heightened.
After a little while, like, do you go back and gamble, or are you just staying at the bar?
I think like we're gonna have like 2 or 3 here. Like, does anything happen in the next 45
While this happens,
Yes.
I'll go play 3 games.
Okay, I was
We'll just
gonna
do
say-
it- we'll just do it in one.
As you're kind of waiting there for like 45 minutes, at one point, Mr. Red does come over. Are you gonna take a chance on the table?
I started the night with 362 gold, and I have 180, so let's cut that even at 150. So
Okay.
I'll play 3 games, and we'll do the same thing as last.
Sounds good.
I'm very.
Oh yeah. Sorry, mate. Just what was the name of the bartender?
The name of the bartender is McLennan.
McLennan. Yes, absolutely. So McLennan here is just such a crack up. Yeah. Like,
That's what you did.
I'm just gonna like saunter over to the green table.
Yeah, he goes, enjoy. So you are you?
Won't do the green table.
Okay, you're
on a different table,
Okay,
one
so
that I
we'll
haven't
do-
gone to at all.
We can do it at the same time. Well, we can do it separately. We'll do yours first.
Okay.
For your 3, so yeah, 2d10.
Oh, that is a good start. Fuck off, team.
You see a 10.
Oh, god damn. I've got 18. They've got a 10.
I mean, if it wasn't for his reaction, I would say you stick. 'Cause you stick on an 18, even if it's a 10.
On 18. But the question is, do they stay or do they keep going? Esper doesn't.
House rules are you hit 17 and lower. They have to. Like, they're required to buy the house.
18. I'll stay.
Yes, if you did casino.
I'll stay, but I'm interested.
Last time I went to the casino, I won $1,200.
Yeah, that would have been a bust. So I'm glad that I stayed. Yeah, I stayed. 18.
The dealer flips over an 8. 18 as well. So you just get your money back.
I get my money back. So.
I-
so like, yeah, I guess it would be like I win one, I lose one. I like, yeah.
You even out.
I have 42 gold to my name, and I would like to bet 42 gold
Okay.
on this hand.
42 or just 40?
42 over the course of like, we're gonna say 3 hands.
Okay,
Like,
yep.
Mark is betting a little bigger, and we're going for
Over
it.
3 heads, so 11, 11, 10.
Well, you
A
know,
little bigger.
no, it's like 16, 16, 10.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Here we go, baby. And I can hit as much as I want. I now understand.
21 off the top.
What is the fuck is that? That was a card, but I'll take it.
7.
You see a 2 on the
I got
dealer.
a 7. We're hitting.
The dealer also hits.
Okay. It says 16.
16. What do you got a 2?
The dealer reveals another 2 and is going to hit again.
So is that 4?
This will be the 4th, yeah. And the dealer busts.
Hey!
Guess who's back in the money, team? Up to 84 gold.
Yeah.
I'm interested. Roll me one more d10.
Absolutely not. Bad luck. Bad luck.
I don't want to do something that you don't have prepped, but is there a system for the roulette table?
Yeah, baby, it's just a D100.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I would go.
So this is how it works.
Yeah.
So I'll roll the D100 out here.
Okay.
Or actually you can roll, it doesn't really matter. But you have to choose. So the odds basically are, you can bet odds or evens, so 2 to 1. or a specific number, which is 100 to 1.
Bet it all, baby.
100 to 1.
Here's the thing. If this works, it'll be the greatest YouTube clip of all time, and we're guaranteed to go viral. I'm gonna bet it all. I'm gonna bet 30
I just
gold.
jinxed it. We're never
I'm gonna
go
bet
viral.
30 gold on 69. Fuck, it's 42.
Thank you so much. And you see the dealer just scoops all
But
your-
you gotta roll to see if he got 42.
No, that's
no, I
basically
roll.
that's.
Oh, you just
That's
call
the
a
roll.
number?
Yeah, you call the number and then you try to roll it.
While he's at the table, Mark's having a good time, and he's really feeling great.
I like how you moved Mark under the table.
I feel like that.
Mark's
I feel like
feeling great
that
on
30
the
gold was spread over a bit of time, just so that we can buy ourselves more time.
He's gonna tip Green Dealer 10. He's gonna say, I've had a lovely night. McLennan mentioned a place called I Liken Brew, and I'll be there. And I'm gonna walk over to the roulette table, trying to just do a little casual wheel on the way out.
Yeah, I want you to make. You can make a persuasion check for this.
Or if you roll a D100 and it's a 69, you automatically succeed.
Absolutely.
The pen falls into your hand.
And I will give you advantage on this.
I'm feeling confident,
Because-
and I think I laid the ground rule.
You did lay the
Raw
groundwork
charisma?
between
Yeah.
your little
Yeah.
shenanigans
Come
earlier.
on, you little
She blushes a bit.
Right.
It's a 15.
You're drunk, so it's not as
I roll a 15, but it feels like a 25.
I mean, yeah. I'll be at. You feel real
Sober
James
15.
Bond in your little.
the place that got sealed.
I like it. Bruce.
You see
I'll be at I liken you. Brew, sorry.
a little smile in the corner of her mouth, and she blushes a little bit, but continues to.
And I walk past the roulette table, 10 on 69.
Oh, fuck, dude.
74.
Oh, close.
Ooh.
It's been 69 all night.
You know what? Another 10 on 69.
Why people
Fuck.
gamble? This is like a great PSA.
This is a PSA, don't gamble. I have lost so much gold.
Another 10 on 69! No!
Oh, 62! Fuck!
He's getting closer.
He's getting closer. Another 10, and this is the last one, 69. Oh my god, that was 8. That's pretty good.
It's not as good as 69! 68! We're on a hot streak! We're getting closer!
Hold on. Let me remind you, Mr. We're on a hot streak. You haven't won once.
Got one away. That's a hot streak. Wait.
This is what's called the gambler's fallacy.
Kiss one, you kiss the other. Right for 69! 77 is a pretty good number.
I'm gonna be like, I've lost enough. Yeah, let's go.
Said 69 so many times in this bar. McLennan loves it. He's laughing so hard.
And I'll see you later. You know where we'll be. Mr. Red.
We've lost so much money, they won't be suspicious of
They
us.
love us.
Thank you, gentlemen.
You couldn't be casing the joint because you are too loud, too bad at gambling.
Yeah, dude.
Conspicuous.
As we leave, we're like, again, dead sober. We're in the kind of gamble area, right? Are there street meat vendors around? I want to try to find one that people are walking away looking like sweaty and red. Because here's a fun fact. Here's a little history lesson for you. Street meats traditionally have to have a shit ton of spices because prior to refrigeration, the meat would turn and you had to cover the smell. And so I'm gonna find one that looks like it's serving really spicy food.
meat. Spicy food.
And I'm gonna put...
Another 10 on 69.
I can't believe I got 68. I can't believe I got 68.
61.
Fucking
I didn't put it on. I don't know. We're in the streets.
rolled
We're in
it
the streets.
96 more times.
Yeah, statistically.
Talking how many times you got in 60 and 70.
I want to try to find a Venn diagram. I want to try a Venn diagram. It might not exist, but I'm looking out for thief mark Thieves Cant markings and spicy food. If those don't exist, that's fine. But I'm just like, that's kind of the realm I want to land on.
Okay.
Is there anything?
You do see some Thieves Cant writing on one of the. It's like on one of the like wood pillars as part of one of the buildings.
Yeah.
And you just see it like it says Rook this way. And there's a point down.
Right. And it's late enough that like most like grocers would be closed, yeah? So I'm gonna run up to the dude and I'm gonna signal deal, question mark, kind of like question deal. And I'm going to be like, hey mate, I'm sorry, I got a date over and I was gonna make dinner and I forgot I didn't buy spices today. Do you have a pack of your hottest spices? I like my food nice and spicy. Do you have a pack, possibly, that I could
Make a persuasion check.
I made my jacket spicy once. Fought off a fucking fucking jaguar with a tentacle.
as a 23?
He was fucking
Nice.
galaxy brain.
Yeah, all right. Give me a second. And you see scoops into like a little burlap bag, this kind of like green and red powder.
Great.
That'll be 10 gold pieces.
I give him 30 and I signal discretion.
30 on 69, that's what I say.
I couldn't find my D10s in time to make the joke.
As you sign that, he looks at you and goes, where are you staying tonight?
Can I make an insight check? I remembered! Gang, I remembered! Can I make an insight check? Thank you.
Howdy.
It's gonna be such a shit roll now that I've remembered.
Uh,
That's not great.
can I help?
Do you have
Yeah, I've got proficiency in insight. Where's your mum staying tonight?
It's a 15 total. Both bad
15.
rolls.
He didn't sign it back. It's a little odd to you. He just point blank asked you.
I'm renting a place, but you know, why do you want to know?
I'm just curious. You don't look like you're from around here.
I'm not. I'm originally from Ellery, but I'm in town for a bit. Yeah.
All right. Well,
We're mate, we're high rollers from out of town.
I'm sorry, my friends. Do you want some?
I liken Baroo's is where you'll find us.
Yeah, that is
If,
true. Yeah, that is.
You or your mum
you want-
wants to come.
Actually, honestly,
that place is a little cramped for me.
well, is it too cramped for your mum? Because we'd love for her to hang out.
Not the way I hear it.
Fuck out of here.
Two pieces. Yeah. Two gold pieces.
I mean, 50 gold pieces.
Okay, and I just leave. I have a
Had
satchel.
too many of those evenings for my whole life to relive them in a fantasy.
From them.
From them.
Oh, the pouch?
But like a good handful of hot. And I'm gonna go with pinch and just give it a is it like hot stuff?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
We're getting spicy here for reasons unknown.
Somehow.
It's for the heist, dude. It's for the heist. Yeah, we had to I like and bruise, and we have a really clear map of where it went because I got him to draw it out.
Yeah.
As we're starting to head towards I like Bruce, I would say we should probably meet up with the others and let them know. Let's
Look,
reconnect.
if like
Do you want to meet
Cutie
there?
Pagrini shows up at I Like and Bruise and I'm not there, I'm gonna be so pissed. Like, mate, I'm already pissed.
Tim, I'd like to make a vibe check. Do I feel like Mark? No, Mark wouldn't be safe in this city, especially not
Where's
drunk.
that bird? I make a shower of sparks. Bird!
Mark has shifted from like knowing like what he's doing to just being like, I'm gonna hook up with a girl tonight. So, I don't know what you guys are doing.
I am
I'm working.
19 years old
Yeah,
and hammered.
I'll go to I Like and Moss with Mark.
Tell her through the bones. Give her the bone. Let her know that we're boning. You have your bone. Bone her.
I'm just gonna take a little pinch and just.
I make it taste like milk.
It tastes like milk, but it's still burned.
You dick! I mage hand and flick his nut.
Yes. I was just gonna say the A sack tab.
I will his nuts to be
And it's
displaced.
invisible.
Is this what you lads do at the colleges?
No, I mean, more or less, yeah.
God, boys.
The spice is an attempt to sober him up a bit, but
I don't know how to get a message to them, and I'm going to I Like and Brew. That's the place.
I'll go with.
I would love to include you in this adventure, but I, Sean Deppner, don't know how to get a
It's
message
late.
to you.
Thistle's got to get to bed.
Yeah.
Can the bird be?
So-
Can he see my cool sparks?
No.
Oh, fuck.
You head to I Like and Brew. It is it's like a cellar door is the entrance.
Wait, well, let me tell you. Let me know this. Was there like a lot more time? Like, can I not split the party? Like, would it be reasonable that?
It's
Greeny
not
patooties
super
would-
far from the safe house.
Yeah,
It's probably like
we get the crew. We get
Yeah,
the crew.
20 minutes,
Because that's just more fun.
Okay.
I'll risk it.
I will have you make a stealth check. If you're both going to the safe house to get them.
We would, yeah.
Yeah, we're not gonna leave.
There's a
you alone.
disadvantage.
100%.
He's singing the whole way.
I'm doing alright.
Mate, absolutely. It's a 10.
19 for me.
Okay.
9.
You head in. you are a bit more inconspicuous, and you kind of bring.
It's a 10.
You bring Mark in.
That'll make sense.
Mark hangs out in the top as you get everybody else. And you reconnect.
Oh, yes, hi.
How'd it go?
Great.
It went well. We got some good information.
Okay.
I think at some point tonight we should also connect with Brock at his ship.
Yeah, okay.
We might even be able to stay on the ship. Worth a
Okay.
try.
Let's just say it's not here. I think we should try and limit our...
I think we should stay in the same place twice, not all.
No, I just mean I think we should limit coming here at all.
Because if we're gonna have to make the way
I don't want
out of
to.
here.
I don't want to have to explain why we drew attention to our benefit.
So yeah, I agree. Couple things. They got a big floating testicle monster that's got a big eye.
Oh yeah, we
Oh,
catch. Everyone shares information.
Yeah. Would I know the beholder's
That's
name?
new to you.
That's definitely new in the last couple years. I never.
Where you lot said that the big lads came out of,
Yeah.
that's where they were taking the money down.
Well, yeah. I mean, all the back rooms are down there, and that's where the high rollers are. I ain't never seen the
So
vault
your
before.
idea, I'm willing to get roughed up a little bit. And I think if the three of you are out there waiting, that gives us an entrance in. I also,
In the back door.
yeah. Sorry, excuse me.
I'm gonna put my hand on Mark and be like,
Yes, Mark, into the back door.
and I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration. Make him sober him up.
I'm dialed in. I'm like really dialed in. It's a good night. I'm feeling great. Feeling alert.
You really recovered quite quickly. You must be an experienced drinker.
Mate, I drink so much.
I see that.
I'll drink anyone under the table.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Okay. Well, you're gonna love where we're going next.
All right.
Me and you, I like and brews.
When he's like, have I heard of I Like and Bruce before?
You've heard of it.
Yeah.
It was probably just. It was
Opening.
relatively new. And you knew it was like a cellar run by deep gnomes.
Hell yeah.
Like it's literally a small bar.
I would pass on that information. I'd be like, yeah, the Lycan is not a play on words. It's a cellar bar.
Yeah, and that's where our contact,
Will I fit in the bar?
super cute,
We'll make it
is
work.
going to be.
And then I'm going to pull Shy aside and quietly say something to Shy, but in the interest of leaning into the heist trope, I'm not going to reveal what that is, and I'm going to talk to M outside of the game.
I'm going to put a Mark aside.
Great.
I'm going to share something with him secretly. And for the interest of the bit, I will also not share it with him. I will also forget to discuss it with Sean personally later.
Spring goes like this.
Yes,
Yeah, right there with you.
yes.
Couldn't agree more.
And you head over to I Like and Brew. You open the cellar doors. You see the sign painted on the cellar doors. As you open them up, you get that kind of strong yeast smell sort of
Yeah.
wafts up. As you head down into the cellar, you do have to stoop. those of you who are above 5.5 feet.
I don't
It
have
is
to
like
stand.
quite.
I'm like 6
Shorter than
feet.
5'5"? My goodness.
It is. They are short ceilings.
It's like 5 foot nothing.
You see, there are a few people, mostly smaller folk like halfling and things like that, at the various tables kind of spread throughout. And there is a deep gnome woman behind the bar. There's a number of like little casks and things like that.
McLennan sent us. We heard great things.
Oh, that's fantastic! I love that guy.
Yeah, he's so sweet.
How could you not, yeah? It's-
Right? Well, please, anywhere you like. Anywhere you like.
We're just gonna like sit and chill for like 2 hours.
I buy the first round of drinks, absolutely, from my own.
I will whisper to Shy. I'll be like, I lost so much money.
You bad at gambling?
I'm terrible. I lost nearly 300 gold tonight.
You would.
It's not a loss, it's an investment because we got that hot intel.
Okay. So I go and I buy. What is like? And I would go.
It's Lycanbrew. It's
Yes.
like literally
They
like.
sell one
Is this
thing
like?
here and it's
Is
on
this
the
like
side.
mushroom.
Is this like the mushroom bar?
Kind
but
of,
with
yeah,
lichen?
but it's like, yeah.
Is it hallucinogenic?
I
haven't
look
drank it
around for a guy who's flipping us off and making smoke.
Yes. Is he selling a book?
perception check.
Is he giving away a book?
I go up to the bar and I go. I'll have 4 of the whatever you're recommending tonight.
How aged? Do you
How aged? What would you recommend for somebody who's never been here before and probably has something to do later?
I'd go with a mid-age.
Yeah, that sounds great.
My best roll of the night
15 year.
for the most important roll of the night was a 22.
22. You look around. You thought you saw someone give you a finger out of the corner of your eye, but you look around and no such luck.
Devastating.
Fuck.
So 15 years. Is that like
That's a mid-age.
it's aged in a cask or like
Sometimes, yeah. These are.
that's very exciting. I'll take 4, please.
Okay. That's 10 gold.
I give her 15.
Wow, thank you.
It's my first time. Y'all look like you got something great here, so that's nice.
Thanks.
And
There's like 6 people here.
well, it's different. It's like it's
absolutely. It's a niche.
a themed establishment,
Yeah.
a niche establishment. So I go take these, and I go. Apparently, this was the wonderful woman behind the bar. It's 15 years aged. I don't know what the fuck it's aged in, but
So fresh.
no, she would like there was stuff that was older than that.
I like to drink with Shy, because Shy is my mate, and when I drink with Shy, they drink in 6. Oh, wait, what? 7, 8, 9, wait, fuck.
Shy's already halfway in.
I feel like the lesser restoration did not work.
It worked on Mark. It didn't work on Sean.
Shy as Mark is like and looks at it and my name's not Shy.
No, I'm Shy.
You
So
are
I
Shy.
love drinking when I'm shy.
Absolutely. And I start drinking my lichen brew.
Lycanbrew. It's good.
Do I need to make a
It
constitution
is
saving?
no.
Oh,
it is
thank-
like fine, like it's like fine whiskey.
Sorry, mate.
Ooh.
That is my bad. That is
Very,
my bad.
very nice. A little smoky and oaky. It's nice.
It's probably the first time in a while like Shy's had like a proper drink.
Yeah, and they're just in glasses. like,
If the reaction isn't like, oh, this is strong,
like,
Esper will
oh.
actually drink this.
Quite nice.
It's so nice. It's pretty
He'll
nice.
really nurse it though.
Yeah,
Esper
yeah.
understands the value.
Shy
of
downs
flavor.
the first one. Yeah, okay, I could do more of those. That's nice.
We got
Yeah,
stay
work
on.
to do. I know.
Got a friend coming.
You've got a friend
too.
coming.
It's the contact, we know.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
professional thing.
Well, let's wait
pretty?
and see if she shows up.
She will.
All right.
Do you drink more in over the next couple hours?
I would
I
probably
will-
have one more over the next
I will
couple.
nurse my one.
Okay.
I'll have 3.
Okay, great. I think
I
you make
will-
a con save. for me,
Absolutely, mate.
I will.
That's nothing. 13.
Okay. Yeah, you got a good buzz going, but you're not as drunk as you were.
Feeling dull.
I'll nurse one.
And after probably about 2.5 hours, you see a woman kind of come down the stairs. She's wearing a kind of like a nice like auburn cloak. As she gets down the stairs, you see she kind of stoops You see she pulls back her hood, and you see it's the dealer from the casino. Her brown hair is down now, not slicked back as it was before.
Seeing her enter, I'm gonna reach out and grab Shy's hand, and I'm gonna pull Shy away from the table, and I kind of like look at Thistle as like a signal, like, hey, let's spread out and give the table to Mark. And I'm gonna just pull Shy over to like a corner and just basically be just like chatting in an inconspicuous corner, but in a point where I have like field of view.
And if Esper's keeping field of view on Mark, I'd keep eye on the door.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thistle would get up and go to the bar.
Okay.
Because I don't really feel like joining a table of random people.
Okay, nice. All right.
I am suddenly so nervous
Yeah,
to honeypot somebody. Trying to flirt.
Honeypot.
Like, I'm like, oh god, how do I charming? Fire.
You count, you say, you rhyme.
My character has a +4 in charisma.
You rhyme
Your
Like,
dice do the work.
Don't make me try to be as charming as my character is required.
Whoa.
Dude, my character has a 16 intelligence, and I'm a dum-dum. Like, I can't live up to that.
Well, my character solves the. Look, I played letters. I know how you play smart without being smart. I'll take that 18. And anyways,
See as she catches your eye, she kind of waves.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna see you.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna come, but I don't know. It had been a long day, so I thought I'd be nice to get a drink.
Well, then I reckon you could use one. Could we get, what would you say, mid-aged? Like, what's the cool way to order old-aged?
Like a vintage stock.
Could we get a couple vintage ones, please?
Oh, sure, yeah. And you see she kind of pulls out a long, it actually looks like a stone that she uncorks and like she kind of pours it out and two nice cold glasses.
Absolutely.
Over to the table. There you are.
And a little bit of small talk.
My name's Gail, by the way.
Hey, I'm Mark.
It's nice to meet you.
Really nice to meet you.
This may sound weird. You're not from here, are you?
No, and I know where I'm from, and where is that?
Azura.
As Azura. I'm from Azura.
Oh, wow.
I'm a bit of a traveler.
Oh.
I'm actually it's I've been sent to by my father to get the lay of the land of casinos all over the world. Back in Azura, we're trying to start. I don't want to put you out of business, but we're looking to create the greatest casino the world's ever seen.
Really?
Yeah. I was impressed. I realized that one of the secrets is hiring the right dealers.
Oh, I mean, I felt like I was really off tonight, and Cyrus is, he's intense. I don't want to fuck up, so.
No, absolutely not. And, I don't want to fuck this up, so I would love it, as only as much as you feel comfortable, NDA. But I would, love any help that you can give me in how the red door is run. Make a wisdom saving throw as I cast suggestion without any verbal or somatic components.
That is only a 6, so for a 7.
The best idea that's ever occurred to her is telling me everything she knows about how the red door is run to the best detail that she has that's not going to put her in physical danger.
As she kind of takes a drink, you see she just kind of relaxes, and she starts telling you sort of the basic function of how things work. She lets you know that, Cyrus...
Actually, my associates, I would just love to, open this up, just if anyone wants to, chip in any questions. You know what I mean?
Because I feel like this is we're trying to create this honeypot date vibe. I think to address that, we probably had time before she arrived, right? Could we say retroactively that we shopped questions around
If you knew that was the plan going, yeah.
Yeah, like the
Oh, well,
plan
like
was-
we've talked about, we were here to pump them for
Yeah.
information.
Yeah. So then, I think that
like,
would have been
So
discussed.
as those questions
Now that
come
we've like
up,
opened it up, that we can ask her anything.
yeah.
If there's anything
like-
that anyone wants to know.
specifically, it's still you two at the table.
Yeah.
We've
Yeah.
just like
I love
we've
that.
just discussed.
I love that.
I think it's important to keep that like you're doing this honeypot scheme,
Yeah,
and it's a very
yeah.
Mark like.
Cool,
It's,
cool.
I like the spotlight on you.
Maybe you could ask her if people ever bet with things that aren't coins.
Where
fucking good.
and there might be sometimes I've seen when you deliver things, items, they're kept in separate places than the coin is, and it might be the case that the red door just carries the coin, and then they maybe have a separate repository or something for the items.
You could,
Gale.
if you could phrase it in a way that you ask it sort of like, oh, do people ever bet with other things other than money? Say, for instance, I don't know, a gold pen. It might ring a bell.
Maybe a little less.
Well, yes, I would love to like sort of field these, but knowing that this isn't going to change her memory or anything, it just seems like a good idea. I would still love, like my thing is like I'm collecting data. So tell but just any questions that I would ask, it seems like a really good idea to ask, and so it is all a little half truths and whatnot. But like, do people like how do we collect the bets that aren't money? Has anyone like dropped a pen? My father's a collector.
Like the shifts for the beholder. Like
Yeah, that guy was crazy. Tell me more about
what's the deal with
Blinky
the
there.
beholder?
Anything else? Anyone else?
And you'd want to know, I'm wanting to make sure that my employees are safe in their running of the casino. If they needed to get out in a pinch, how would they do that? Would they get out the back in a pinch? And is there like...
If we want to go real Ocean's 11,
Yes.
if I
You're an acrobat.
If I was to come to your place and I was to want to store something of value while I was there, would you be able to store it?
Yeah.
That's also in the mix. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's literally how they do it in Ocean's 11.
Steal from the best.
Okay. So, one more time. Sorry, I had to.
Basically, like in Ocean's 11, they claim they need to store something somewhere secure while they're there.
All right. So, she fills you in. She basically tells you that Cyrus is the pit boss and also the owner, but he is there most of the time observing in the evening. The beholder sleeps during the day and is kept awake all night. That's like when the casino is open. It's not open. There's time during the morning after about 6 a.m. to, I guess it'd be like 4 p.m. that it's closed. She's never been in the vault. Basically, at the end of, like at certain times during her shift, if she's collected, if there's enough money at the table, or if Cyrus calls for it, then they load up their money that they have. There's like a chest in the bottom of the table that they then unhook, and they take behind that beholders. There's like there's a hallway that leads into a back room, essentially, where it's left with basically like another employee behind like a barred kiosk that's sort of like slid underneath. It's like slid through. There's like a gap in the bar. It slid through, and then that employee takes it. They sort it. You ask about the items, and she says, yeah, sometimes people do, especially in the VIP rooms. And those get sorted there. She's like, I don't know where they're kept. Like, she's never seen the vaults. She's like, I don't know what the vault looks like. But they do get sorted there. So they basically open them and inspect everything and make sure that the numbers add up. Because one of the other jobs like that Cyrus does is he's counting the coins as it's happening. That's like one of his gifts, is he's able to kind of keep track of the bets that are happening at most of the tables most of the time.
As this conversation is happening, could I make an insight check to keep an eye out to make sure that no one else is keeping an eye, like listening in on this conversation?
Make a perception check.
Perception or insight?
Well, you're keeping an eye out for people.
Well, I'm looking at faces to see if anyone's like listening in.
Oh, okay, sure, yeah.
That's good. 22.
22. Doesn't seem like anybody's listening to this conversation. A few people leave, a few more people arrive, some bigger folks arrive. and are kind of spaced out. But it doesn't seem like anybody's listening to this conversation.
Do anyone from any specific clans that I would recognize show up? Would be a clan neutral space, or is there one particular clan that is here more prominently?
When you were around, none of the clans even really gave it a second thought. They thought it was dumb.
Yeah.
And too small. So you can make a perception check though and take a look around.
Sure can.
I don't want to go to that bar. It's dumb and too small.
That is gonna be. It's gonna be a flirty 20.
Flirty 20. You look around, you don't see anybody that looks affiliated with a clan.
Okay.
You do see one person that's kind of sitting near the door that came in a little later. Does have kind of pale bluish skin. Doesn't have gills or anything, or fins or whatever. But does have kind of pale bluish skin and a little bit of white hair that you can see. Kind of like swooped over.
How blue?
Light blue. Like
Okay.
pale blue.
Okay.
Strikes you as a little odd. But other than that, like, they're keeping to themselves.
Very small question, just before we dig
Yeah.
into that, because that sounds really exciting.
Yeah.
I'd just love to ask, like, oh, those two big lads, they are. My friend tried to befriend them, and that was not great. Do they have like a favorite drink or like a?
I don't know. I mean, I've only been there maybe a month, and Titus and Linus are unpleasant, to say the least. When they do drink, it's usually from those big mugs. I think it's usually ale, but it's strong ale, I think. I don't know. Yeah.
And what's your favorite drink? And I'd love to just drop concentration on suggestion and just have a lovely like date.
So cute.
Yeah, she's well, I actually like wine. I mean, this is really nice. I've never had lichen brew before. It's actually really good.
It was McClellan, you know.
Yeah, he's a character.
I mean, if you know a place nearby that does wine, I'm new to this city and I'd love to.
Make a persuasion check.
Whoa.
There is a place. It's her place.
Yeah. One step and then the other. No!
A really foamy licheny bird.
And that one.
Devastating.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Yorn's not really a wine town. This has been really fun. I should go. It's late.
Yeah. No, well,
It's for sure fucks with Mark's tummy. Like he's just like he's sensitive.
He's like a 19-year-old
He's like a
trying to be
rich
like,
boy.
scotch
Yeah,
is
yeah,
good. I love scotch.
Mark
His like last sip is just like a.
should take that in stride, but he rolled a natural one. So it's like, oh, I'm like, well, you know, I mean, it's late for me. Like, it is late. I mean, some people think it's. Do you want to go somewhere else? Like.
I should go home. I
I mean, my dad's.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
kind of
your dad
dangerous.
seems like a great guy.
Do you need like a? What are the people who walk beside
Escort.
other people?
I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good. This is really lovely. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I'll see you around.
That'd be great. I'd love that. You know, I'm Mark.
Gail.
Oh, devastating.
That is
I shipped it so hard.
Oh, the
so
names
short.
So painful. I Mark. You remember that?
Just like we don't.
I nothing else to say.
This society.
No,
As a person,
I'm not staying anywhere.
As a person who's powerfully awkward on dates, this is hurting me physically.
Oh, no.
Where I'm like, yeah, I could see myself doing something, be like, but I'm Adam. And you're just like.
And Mark is just gonna order another very young lichen brew.
The little case of the toots.
He's gonna go shit his pants in the bathroom. Come back
And cry just a little
But he's
bit.
gonna prestidigitate.
He's gonna dry his face.
Oh, you should have prestidigitated the brew to taste like wine.
Look, that's my
natural one.
Hey, but let me make you some wine.
That's a natural 20.
That's what he's thinking to himself now. As come on!
I'm making for everybody.
And as I shove my hands in the bathroom, I make it smell like flowers. Because you can't take that away from me.
As I see Mark go on his small walk of shame.
Do his
towards
little
the
awkward
bathroom.
walk.
I literally have to pee so bad, I'm also going to leave the table.
Great timing.
I quit the game.
Yeah.
I am gonna.
One sec.
No.
1 second.
Why are you looking at a
Screamy bathroom?
No, the scream.
You're good. Why
I'll
is
scream
Tim?
for you. No.
Go ahead. Keep going.
This whole time, the whole time that Mark was doing that, Thistle would have been chatting with the gnome bartender and sort of trying to impress her with his ability to discern like very specific information about the lichen they were using to brew
Well done.
the alcohol. So he would like taste it, and he would, because he's a tree and lichen used to grow on him.
Yeah.
And he would be able to like tell her what the barrel wood was made out of. Like it'd be like
She is so impressed, and she gets into this like, I had no idea. This is such a treat to be able to speak with a fellow lichen enthusiast.
You know, I have spent a long time collecting all sorts of different lichens and mosses.
I need you to make a perception check for me.
Great. I need to say this out loud because I'm not in this conversation, but a lichen enthusiast, a lycanthrope. It's a 22.
Okay. You feel
Little toot joke.
a little bite, and you look down.
Esper.
Is it a small panther? Tim?
Is it a small, muscular panther?
And I don't see
I
it.
don't panic. If it was a lynx, I would panic.
You feel a little bite on your leg. You take 7 points of piercing damage. It hurts.
What?
Like a son of a bitch. And
Oh wait, I have temporary points.
as like you instinctively kind of brush down and you hear like a little clanging of metal as you see this tiny, almost looks like a little worm, but it's made out of metal. Start to
I take my stick.
My mug and put it over the
you see the whole thing is just kind of.
Ding, 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 ding.
Can I put my mug over it?
Yeah, you kind of hold it down. Yeah.
Okay.
What the shit is that?
I don't know. It just fucking bit me.
Are you alright?
I don't know.
You feel different.
Do I feel different?
It just hurt.
No, just
And like you can see blood running down your ankle.
fucking hell.
Have I ever seen anything like that before?
It's under the mug.
Didn't you say it's a clear glass?
Yeah, it's difficult to make out though. Like it's like the mugs are frosty,
Okay.
kept cold,
I
like root beer
So
mugs.
I've clocked the blue person in the corner, and I see this worm under the. There's a worm under this glass, or something. There's something under this glass.
That's where we're gonna take our break.
Oh, mystery.
I thought
is it?
I saw you looking in the seas. I was like, bar fight. We're gonna have a bar fight. Fuck.
We are going to be doing our dice giveaway for Familiar Dice. It is a
Yeah.
beautiful set that is up on our socials right now. So go take a peek at it. So to enter the contest, you have to be following Familiar Dice, following us, as well as around here at the end of the break. And so stick around. If you are a viewer in chat, you can put the word. Go ahead.
Lichen dice.
Lichen dice. You can put the word lichen.
How
L-I.
do I spell that?
I'm gonna spell
LICHEN
space.
DIC.
Yeah.
Spell that one more time for the kids.
All one word?
No, 2 words.
2 words.
LICHEN space DICE. Someone will type it in chat for you.
One of our mods will type it in
Please,
chat for
thank
you. Lichen dice. And if you want to be entered, please stick around at the end of the break, and we will see you in a tight 10. Okay, bye.
See you.
Yum.
I lichen dice.
I lichen dice.
The code word.
In some tales, the adventure begins in a tavern. Not this time. In most tales, the heroes triumph over evil. Not this time. In all tales of my curse, I am bound forever to the Shadow Realm. Not this time.
When the world is in trouble and you don't know what to do, gotta call Blackwater and they'll kick some ass for you. So pull up a chair because you're welcome at the table. Come watch us save the multiverse. So turn up the TV and come watch some D&D. Blackwater will roll some dice for you.
So, you're holding the little mug down, and you can feel it trying to move.
Do they have coasters here?
No, you don't see any.
I don't think so.
Can I?
Is Gale left already at this
Oh,
point?
is my date still going, or am I shitting my pants?
This is your shitting your pants.
Okay. As you were.
So we bit you and now you've got it in there.
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I mean, if we let it, was it going slowly when it,
Slow-ish.
I mean, I can hit it with my stick and kill it and we can look after it afterwards, but.
Or we can follow it.
Or we can follow it.
What's your passive perception?
Not great, not as good as Neppy's was. My passive perception's a 15.
Great.
I look around. My gaze kind of shifts around for someone who is now watching us and watching our reaction with what we do.
And I'd like to look at Shy's legs.
Okay. Make a perception check.
It's not the time, Adam.
And you can take a look at her leg.
Okay, investigation or perception?
Investigation.
21.
21.
16 for me.
Nobody's, like, some folks are kind of looking over because you're, like, it seems like you found something on the ground. The blue-skinned individual is no longer there. It's gone.
I clocked somebody in the corner. And it was weird. Their skin was blue, but not like my blue. This might seem stupid.
16.
Stay here for a second.
Okay.
I'll be okay.
Didn't see anything on her legs.
I am gonna head over to the front door.
Okay.
And I'm gonna peek my head out and take a look down the street.
Make a perception check.
22.
You see the edge of a cloak disappear around a corner, probably about 60 feet away.
I just would, I would kind of like snap twice to Esper and make the signal for like a runner. Like we've got, like there's somebody running. And I'm gonna pick up and I'm gonna follow this guy.
I'm gonna flip the mug and try and dump the worm into my oil flask. Put it in a metal container that I can close.
Make a sleight of hand check.
I'm pretty okay at this. It's a 15 total.
Okay, it's gonna see if it can.
Oh, he's going into the book.
I know he was looking in the book
I
before.
don't like it. Oh, you
Keep your kids away from books.
That's you learned anything. It's only a 12, so you do manage to. You get a better look at it. Looks almost like a leech with two little needles on the end. Is it?
But it's metal?
It's metal, yeah.
And it's in the flask?
It's in the flask.
I
yeah.
cap
you
it.
can see the little center. It's like a little red eye.
I cap it. So it's in a metal container. Hopefully that's enough to keep it. And then I'm going to look at Thistle and...
Where's Shy go?
I'm going after her.
Okay.
And I'm going to try and keep pace with Shy.
wow.
As hard as that is, because I can bonus action dash, and you can step of the wind, but it costs stuff, right?
It does cost stuff. If
So
it's
we
gonna
can
help-
probably keep pace.
If it's gonna help me catch this guy or this person, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna try and
Step of the wind.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So how far do you get?
120 feet.
120 feet. Okay.
I'd
so
get 90 at the door.
you head out towards the alleyway,
Yeah.
around the corner.
Yeah.
You can make another perception check.
That is gonna be, is it +6 or +5 to this one? Yeah, that's a flirty 20.
Okay. You look, and you see the figure probably about 30 feet away from you as you come around the corner. Like you manage to
Yeah.
catch up as they are kind of backing into a door.
Hey! And I pursue.
Okay. So you're right up on them, like with that amount of
And
speed.
I'm
You're-
30 feet away. Because I'm 90 feet behind. I took off at 90 feet.
Yeah. So yeah, you kind of come around the corner afterwards. It's the figure's turn.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
Yeah, what the shit did you send over to my friend?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Something hit my friend, and then you were gone. That's not conspicuous?
I finished my drink and I left.
Who the fuck are you?
Who the fuck are you?
I don't see a lot of blue people in this city, okay?
I mean, just
I would take this time to close the distance to Shy.
I was like, you're not Triton. Who are you?
I don't know who you are.
Is this what do they look like?
They're like pale blue skin, kind of a waft of white hair.
Masculine, feminine?
Mask presenting, yeah.
I'm
Wearing a toque.
Not,
oh,
not who I thought it was. For a second there, I thought it was
who?
your character. Blue French character.
Sage.
Yeah.
Sage? Oh damn, that would have been
yeah.
that would have been a call back.
Look, I don't know what you want, and I gotta go. I'm pretty tired, so I'm just trying to get home, and you're sort
Did
of
you say
harassing me in the street.
I don't mean to harass you in the street.
Well, it feels like you meant to because
Okay.
you ran very fast.
I'm sorry. Something bit me in the bar, and
That maybe you should get it checked out.
the timing just worked out that you left as it was a metal object.
Do you fuck around with a lot of people, or
Honestly, sometimes. So
so maybe you had it coming? I don't know.
Sorry, we got off the wrong foot. My name's I know this.
Alwyn.
Alwyn. My name's Alwyn. It's nice to meet you. I apologize for the energy of the start of our introduction.
He doesn't shake your hand, but he goes, "My name's Rook."
Rook. It's nice to meet you, and I signal in Thieves Cant apologies.
Thank
I
you.
would see that and be like, your name was on the wall a while back.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't go around putting my name on the wall.
Okay.
So whoever put that there, I don't know them.
Okay. So
Did I get any reaction to the sign?
He clocked in and said thank you.
Oh, okay. Of course not. My
yeah,
apologies.
no. We'll I don't wanna cause any trouble. I just thought you might have been I'm trying to protect my friend. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe.
I will say, as these things often happen, fortuitous circumstance, you seem like an interesting person to know. I apologize. Would you be willing to allow us to buy you a drink? Another night, perhaps?
Yeah, maybe another night.
Or-
I don't know if you want to go chat somewhere. I don't really like your vibe, so.
That's fine. Nope.
Sort
You
of
know what?
fucking my night up.
If we could go chat somewhere and my friend could come along, as long as she promises to just observe, if that's okay?
Look, I don't really like her very much.
Yeah, you and the rest of this fucking city. And I just like start walking back a bit more.
I look at Try as like a should I go look. Right, let's get better acquainted, Rook.
Okay, and he watched you head out the alleyway.
What's gonna happen here?
Shy's mad at this point.
Sorry, can I do an insight check?
Yeah, a little late game inside check, yeah.
Thank you.
Like, Shy's pissed at this point because here's another person who has said, like, I don't like you, and yeah, this whole fucking city doesn't like me, and I wouldn't leave Esper, though.
It's a 25.
I wouldn't leave him.
Okay.
I would kind of post up at the edge of the alley,
Alright.
and I would just kind of like walk up and kind of like, yeah, fucking suit yourself, and I would just kind of post up maybe.
25.
I mean, he definitely is like, he's definitely fucking with her a bit. Like,
Right.
he obviously speaks Thieves Cant.
Yeah.
And is interested in talking to you. You're not entirely sure why,
Right.
because you don't know him at all.
Yeah.
But he does seem keen to talk to you.
As you probably will know, it's an unsafe city, so, can we have this conversation here, or?
Kind of glances out. Sure, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, and tries a ways away, but within eyesight.
Yeah.
Right.
I wouldn't go more than one round of movement from you.
Yeah. I get a sense that you're a wise sort that's got a lot of sage wisdom to offer. Any tidbits of advice to offer to a friend new to the city?
Yeah. The Isle sign. They don't like thieves, so this is from them. That's a 24 to hit.
No.
Absolutely is, yeah.
The second I see him draw a blade, I'm going.
I don't even know if you see it. He kind of stands. He purposely kind of moves in front of.
I wouldn't.
But it's not your turn yet.
I know.
And he is-
Enjoying your drink, Yanis?
No, I'm knocking on the door.
Mark, it smells wonderful.
that's
but
an
it
18
sounds
points.
alarming.
How much?
18.
I thought you said 80. And I was like, Tim, that's too much.
So he gets sneak though?
It's yes.
Even though, like, okay, yeah. That's fair.
As he pulls it out, he backs up through the door that he was going through.
I attack of opportunity then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
The second I see that anything is happening, I am.
We're not there yet.
God.
Steady aim for the advantage, and I'm gonna go for a sneak attack. Fuck me. Well, one of those is cocked, and one of those is a 2, so we're just gonna roll this one. Fucking hell, Jesus
Back foot.
Christ, my dice tonight. It's a 10 to hit.
Yeah. As he just sort of smiles, backs up through the door.
I know your face.
That's what you think. And he closes the door.
I like go over. Let's go. We have to go now. We have to go now.
Yeah.
Come on. I like circle back towards the. I have like an arm under Esper, and I am like, we are moving at this point, and I am getting him over to the bruise, and I would like kind of flip open the door and be like, I would just whistle. I would just like give a whistle, and
We're moseying at this point. And
I've got dire news. Mark is very ill.
And you would
we
just-
we need to get him somewhere quickly.
Esper's bleeding. We have to go now. We have to go now.
Look, if you would have knocked on the door, if it's business time, we would have gone. You know, he would have sniffed and pinched the loaf. Like,
What? I'm sorry, what?
you sniff the tears and pinch the loaf, and you go.
Oh my God. We would get out of the like.
Get out of Dodge.
Clean it as it comes out. And,
Okay.
I'm gonna kind of. I don't need to act like I'm stumbling, but I'm gonna wrap my arm and kind of make it look like I'm drunk rather than I'm hurt.
I will.
As Mark stands nearby, keeping the blood from gushing.
I will
everywhere.
put a cure wounds into him.
Great.
I am like.
I'm back down to 7. We started the night at 7. Back down
11.
to 7.
11.
I am like. My eyes are peeled on the streets, and we are.
Yeah, I'll give the help action on the perception
We
check
can't,
for-
like-
for
Fuck.
the
yeah.
docks. We have to go to the docks.
Shit.
Just so we're all on the same page, I assign the people who run the red door.
Yes.
We didn't even take anything.
The vendor. The vendor had rook this way. That's a trap for thieves. I signed.
That's gonna be a 21.
21. For your perception check?
Yeah.
You look around. It's pretty quiet. You see folks, but like, I'll have you make a performance check or a deception check for your drunk acting.
They're not the same number. I don't have proficiency in deception.
If you've got an arm around me, I'll help you sell it.
Right, and you're drying the blood to make it.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw the 3 first, and I was like, I can't roll dice. But
It is a skill.
that is a total of 21.
Yes.
No, 20. Flirty 20.
You sell it pretty well. You look drunk.
And I'm like, where are we
Nobody's really-
going?
Docks.
And so I would take them around to the
It
dock.
might be clear by now, but don't use the Cant in the city.
It wasn't ever like that before. You could talk to people, and you could.
I used Thieves Cant at the spice vendor, and the spice vendor said Rook this way, and fucking Rook turned up to.
Got it.
Yeah.
Which
Make
is
sure the thieves are-
that's new, right? Like messengers would have used Cant. Like we all would have used Cant.
It's a new thing.
Fucking hate this city. And we're just like, we're going down towards the
You head
docks.
towards the docks.
Yeah.
You make your way over to Bjorn's ship, or Bruck's ship.
Yeah.
It'd be a bit of a giveaway if his name was Bjorn.
Yeah.
Real original.
My parents were proud Bjornans.
You do make your way onto the ship. You see Bruck is there. Oh, Come. Yeah. Brings you onto the little covered area.
Does anything seem fucked up at the docks since the last time we were here?
It definitely.
It's been a few hours, but
you can see.
It's been a long day.
Yeah, there is still like just a faint piss and shit on the wind.
Oh my god.
It's like a skunk, like that sticks around.
Cataplepa just sticks around.
It definitely it's cloying.
Cataplepa is a word that sounds like it smells bad.
It sounds stinky.
But it's quiet. I mean, it's been a few hours. You see the Drake is in a different spot. The ship is at a different dock.
Yeah, because they had to get away from the cloud.
Farther into the Iocine area.
Interesting.
I have so many notes from Heist Night, and I'm
New
loath to
page,
use this
baby.
the second page.
New page.
Brooke looks at you. Do you need somewhere to rest up for the night?
If you don't mind, that would be great.
Were you quiet on your way over here?
We tried to be.
My name's Shy. I haven't met you yet. It's
Brooke.
nice to meet you. I would have known. Would I have known any Bjorn?
You knew one of the runners.
I did. One of the runners was. Yeah, I used to go back and forth with Jarrell. Back when I was here before. Are they still around?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Jarrell was all right. I ran Loomraz, but not by choice, just by circumstance.
Yeah. Well, you can head downstairs if you want.
Thank
It's a
you.
little cramped, but
It's better than where we were, so thank
quiet.
you.
Right. As he opens up the hatch.
Did you manage to make contact with your friends?
There's less of us than I thought.
I'm sorry to hear that, my friend.
Yeah. I didn't find any of them.
What was the city that the Bjorner and...
Sidon.
If you need to make your opportunity to go to Sidon, you make that.
Yeah. I'm gonna think on it.
This is appreciated, Brock. I can only imagine what neck you're putting out for this, just being here.
Does Brock have a crew on the ship? No, it's just Brock.
It's a small ship. It's not very
Okay.
big, but yeah, it's just Bruck.
We've learned a lot tonight, especially me. It seems that a certain means of communication is not appreciated in the city anymore.
When'd they get rid of the Cant?
I don't know. I don't speak Thieves can.
I used it earlier today, and I got a knife in my belly for the pleasure of it. So, someone going by the name of Rook, blue skin, white hair, light blue. Might have been a disguise, though.
Oh, I don't know.
That's fine.
But I know the Isle sign now. Fangira likes to have a handle on everything.
Yeah, I
No
bet
loose
you.
ends.
We'll
We have a thing. I don't know if you know much. Do you have like a container that's see-through, but sealed or sealable?
Yeah, probably got a few jars down there.
Yeah,
Right.
Jar would do great.
Yeah.
Okay.
You'll see him down
Yeah, I'll go down and in a jar. I'll pour out my oil flask. It's going to be filled with oil, but the little wormy will come out.
Yeah.
And then I'll get like a rag, and I'll try to strain some of the oil back into the flask to so that we can see the little wormy better
wormy.
through the liquid going through the.
I'll have you make another sleight of hand check.
Can do.
I would, seeing Esper do
Slippery
this,
lemon
I would
worm.
give the help action.
Fuck yeah, the help action.
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Guidance.
It's a team effort.
Oh, that's good. That's good from the get go though. 17 plus sleight of hand. That's a 22 total.
Yep. You manage to drain out the oil,
Okay.
and a little slippery worm stays in
Yeah, and
in
then
the
I'll-
glass. And you can see it does look like a leech. little, but it looks to be entirely metal, almost like a clockwork.
Would there have been anybody in the city that I would have known who would have had interest in? Because this is obviously, I mean, we're assuming that it potentially came from Rook, but we don't know that. But other than the Lumraz, was there like someone who, like this was, Lumraz were interested in magical items. Was there someone who did clockwork and gear work in the city?
No, it's not really a place for
Tinkering. It's not a place for tinkering.
Is it still crawling in the jar? Mm-hmm. Can I go to the top deck, stick my head out, and lift it? Is it crawling towards the cathedral?
It seems to be trying to get out of the.
Oh, okay. So it's not just going in the direction that's
No,
progress.
it seems like it's trying to get out of the jar.
I believe if Mr. Rook was trying to rid themselves of a thief, they would like to keep track of where the thieves are. So it's probably collecting some sort of blood to properly be able to keep an eye on you.
They'd have someone who could scry on you easy. If that's the house.
Maybe you.
He's got my blood.
How closely have you looked at that bite? Maybe it left something behind, not a poison, or you'd be fucked by now. But
He's got my blood, but yeah, I'll inspect.
does anyone want to like poke around in there? It's not really my thing. But
I mean,
Do you have proficiency in medicine?
I don't think so.
I do.
I do not.
Listen,
but I have.
I'm a rogue and a bard. I have proficiency
I have-
in
Oh,
most
I do.
things.
I do have proficiency.
I also
in
am
medicine.
like steady hands. So
Could I
could
give you-
What is yours?
Mine's +4, but you
Yeah.
were better. Can I give you the help action for medicine? As I offer my leg.
Take a peek.
ooh,
That's even better. That's a 29.
Whoa,
Sheesh, dude.
So
This guy knows.
I figure out why he's ethereal.
you don't
Thistle solves the campaign.
you don't know much about clockworks, but you do know about leeches, and you know, and as you observe the clockwork leech, the bite, and what you know of leeches, you can see there are two little needles near, like its mandibles, like where, like right near the front of it. They're very small, but you can see even as it's trying to get to the cork, there's like a little bit of liquid coming out onto those needles. And you know that leeches have like an anesthetizing bite. And as you look at the wound, it like you can see where the puncture marks are, but it seems like it may like he might have moved at the last minute, so it didn't quite like the pain that he felt, and it wasn't necessarily from the bite, but from the leech not getting the best
Being numb.
angle at it. But likely if it had, he probably wouldn't have even felt it.
Did the Gates Vale ever use any clockwork?
No.
Okay, good. Listen,
I would relay that there's no tinkering and stuff in your end.
He's got my blood. Either way.
Yes, on the knife.
On the knife.
This could also, I mean, I don't think that coincidence.
I will also say, I just want to add too.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
The blood that's pouring from your ankle, like, it took a while
for it to stop.
for it to
to
stop.
Coagulant.
Like a mosquito or a leech.
So, you get the sense that if it had bitten you, you wouldn't have felt it, and
And
you
I
might
would-
have just kept bleeding.
Bleeding.
Oh, okay.
Do I worry about maybe a blood trail that I've left, or did it dry? Like,
No,
do I feel like
think,
it's?
I think what he means is
It would have all
it would have
collected in
bled
your
you.
shoe at
It would
this
have
point.
bled you dry. It would have killed you.
And when he cured wounds, it would have.
Oh, it would have closed it up. Yeah.
This is an interesting.
That doesn't send a message.
No, he wanted to remove you.
No, but
If
he wanted to remove me, he would have done it in that alley.
But he knew that you had a reinforcement at the
Yeah,
back.
but he got me. He had me on the edge.
I think that the leech was meant to kill you.
I think that if it was the leech that was meant to start the job, he was assuming that that one hit would have finished you off and let you bleed out to dry.
Maybe.
I mean, he would have probably had a sense just by looking at me that I don't got any healing or nothing like that. So obviously he did everything he could to piss me off, and it worked, and I'm sorry for
So, to clarify, we think they weren't doing it to collect my blood; they were doing it to try to bleed me.
Yeah. You would have just kept bleeding. And,
And
you wouldn't have felt it.
And you would have probably
would've just-
taken more damage round after round, yeah, mechanically. Well, I'm glad that you stepped in. Thank you, Thistle.
Yeah, thank you for that, Thistle.
I'm glad that we made it here. We should,
I wonder if we could use this. It's a very elegant design.
Does it...
I don't know how we would get it to do what we would like, but
Honestly, what we could do is sell it. Or give it to Ben.
Who's Ben?
Ben is Mr. Moss's alias that we should be using. Yeah.
I've just been talking about benefactor.
yeah, benefactor, Ben.
Ben.
Oh, yes. It's very clever. Where was I during all of this
A
conversation?
mouse. You were a mouse.
And a plant.
And a
And
plant.
a plant.
Was that Mouse? Was that Mouse Day?
I've
No,
been
that
a
was plant
plant.
day. That was plant day, I think.
I've been a plant the whole time.
We should, I think what Esper's saying about us not staying in the same place twice, is helpful. And my sense is after that conversation with Brooke, he's gonna be going.
Yeah, we should. But I think we might have a night. One
We got a
night
night here, yeah.
It was the spice merchant that asked where I was staying, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So with a 16 intelligence, I put that together where basically he was...
Yeah,
He offered the information that we were at the bar and I got stabbed at the bar. It's like...
yeah, you just
Okay.
fed them everything they needed.
Yeah. His mum didn't turn up though, so I'm...
That was his mom.
Oh, no!
I would,
blew it.
You don't know?
also, French, that's so
It makes me
funny.
laugh every time.
Every time. Tim's been hanging out with a lot of French Canadian people. this
I
week.
haven't.
So we, I would look at the three of them. We should get some rest and make out early in the morning.
We can't rely on Brock
No,
to
no,
make any kind of distraction. I was hoping for that, but...
no, and go ahead. No,
I love to double check with Brock delicately, but like he's lost his contacts, so it's unlikely that he can get us the.
Seemed like he was genuinely considering whether it was worth staying and putting up a fight, or if he should run.
But it was Brock who was potentially going to put us in contact with Adri, correct?
no, Mal.
No, Mal.
Mal was gonna put us in contact with Adri.
I'll also fill Brock in...
But Brock wants Adri out of the game.
Brock
Yeah,
wants
yeah,
Adri up because he was
because,
collapsing
Adri's-
boats.
Yeah. I'll fill Brock in on the like weird layered subterfuge we did down at the docks.
Yeah.
Where we were kind of like making it seem like the Iocyan and the Lumraz were like at odds and like the Björn were involved. And basically, I'll fill him in on that to be like, there are some threads that if pulled correctly could create a lot of contention within the like factions that are typically allied right now. But I will also be like, get out of the sea. Your life is more important than there's always tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna hang around for a little bit. I'll be here.
Brooke, if it's my sense that, and I obviously, if you need to go, you go. We'll be fine. If you are returning to Sidon, do you know Senan Shadir? He's a shipwright.
Name sounds familiar, but I don't. Yeah, I mean, I don't know him personally, but the name rings a bell.
If I got a letter, if I wrote something, would you be able to take it to him?
Sure.
That's my dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Brock, I hesitate to ask this because I don't want you to put yourself at risk. But I have means of communicating from far off. And if I gave you the signal... the city... Sidon is a port, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's another. Yeah.
If I gave you the signal, would you be able to set a fire in the port, like the warehouses, and then sail to Sidon?
Is there a fire here?
Yeah.
I mean, the Iocyan warehouses are guarded.
That's a big.
Set a fire where it might spread.
I could try.
Don't... Not to the detriment of your own safety, but
I mean, It definitely would be detrimental to the safety.
And it could hit innocent people, you know.
That's your.
I'm just.
Well,
Look, let's pivot. Rock.
Yeah.
You seem like a man who likes revenge. If we could get you a shot at Fangira, but couldn't guarantee a way out, is that appealing to you? I just want to know where you stand.
It is, but I'm not foolish enough to think I could take on Fangira.
No, but if that's the most important thing to you, that's good to know.
We got to take on the Red Door. And a distraction would be nice to keep the Ioscien's eyes somewhere else. But I don't want you to die for it. It's not your fight.
we'll figure it out, Esper.
I know.
If,
I'll think on that.
But
tomorrow I might be able to help.
Tomorrow I'll leave you something that will let me talk to you from afar.
All right.
And I'll let you know when we could use that. And I'll pass him the rest of my oil flask. Be like, and any help you can offer, and then you sail the fuck out of here.
All right.
There's a ship in port called the Drake. Feel free to burn that down. No one innocent on that ship.
There's a lot of folks over there by the Drake. I know what ship you're talking about.
How come?
Yeah.
Well, there was quite a commotion over there.
Yeah, sure was.
And then, really stank like piss and shit for a while.
Sure did.
Goddamn, yeah.
And it's still in the air.
Yeah, I smell it on the air.
Yeah, Captain Crab had it coming to him, didn't he?
Captain Crab was a bastard.
I don't know the captain, but there was a lot of Ioscine over there.
Oh, yeah.
Hauled some folks off.
Hauling folks.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, he would know. I would have explained the like thing. So
That would have been afterwards.
Yeah, they came down here, hauled some folks away. I didn't get a great look at it. It's pretty far away, but
Well, that makes sense considering that the Ioscine were fixing to buy Diastine. And we took
True. But also, that was Marcus did all that.
Marius, you mean?
Marius, yes. Same thing. No, it's not, but that was Marius.
Marius sure did that, didn't he?
And a lot of people saw him do that.
Did the captain get taken away?
I assume.
How many people could you count?
Did a very wet ranger, perhaps with a gun, get taken away?
I didn't see everybody. Like I said, it was far away. I didn't want to risk getting too close.
Yeah, of course.
I did see some folks getting hauled off. I assume probably the captain.
Okay. Well, that's,
Fuck.
well, yeah, certainly messed up his day. Well, we'll
Good for us.
we'll take our rest and then, we'll leave you be. Thank you, Brooke. Appreciate it. I'll just leave the letter down here.
Okay.
That's, mighty appreciated of you.
Of course.
I would, question. Would you like me to write the letter? Or would you prefer me, I guess for the folks at home, we can talk about what is in the letter.
It's up to you. You also don't have to reveal what's in the letter just yet. You can.
Yeah, no, you would see, after, at a point in the conversation, you'd see Shy pull out, very nice, the remnants of some nice cardstock, some nice paper, from her bag, what she could kind of dry of it that's been, after everything.
Yeah.
And pull out, some nice, pens and writing equipment. And she would sit down and write a letter. It is a slow process, not because she can't write, but because the words she is obviously penning are painful ones to do so.
Yeah.
And she agonizes over it for about half an hour to 45 minutes.
Okay.
And it's not a long letter, probably a paragraph about that big.
Okay.
And she folds it up and takes a small piece of twine, ties the letter tight and leaves it on the desk. And then I'm sure there's just like hammocks or something like that. I don't think Shy would sit in one. I think she would kind of post up at the bottom of the stair and then just kind of sit for a bit. And I would take first watch.
I mean, you're in the shift. Bruck stays up top.
Okay.
He's got a hammock up there.
Okay.
There's one hammock downstairs.
Oh, I don't
There's
take
like a coil of rope. That's about it.
I don't take the hammock.
It's pretty tight quarters.
I'll take the hammock.
Yeah, Mark, you take the hammock.
I will.
Thistle, do you want the rope?
I do what with the rope?
Well, it's like softer than the wood. So you can.
Oh, sleep on the
Just
Oh, I'm quite okay, thank you.
And I would he'd sort of lean up against the side of the boat. Close his eyes.
You take the rope.
Nah, I'm good.
I'll
I don't
take
know.
the rope too.
Let Mark use it as a blanket.
Yeah. Mark, use the rope as a.
This is a great blanket of rope.
Sprig sits on Mark, on the rope,
Yeah.
on the hammock.
Yeah, good work, Bird.
There's a bird on a mark
Bird,
on a rope.
I've
on
got a
hammock.
plan. I need you to just circle all the time, and if you see sparks, that means you get Thistle.
There's
Okay,
a
Bird?
clockwork leech on the bird.
Bird, is that okay? Does that sound good, Bird? Yeah. Sparks are gonna look like this. They're harmless. That means come and get Thistle, Bird. I drift off to sleep plotting with my bird.
I also feel like
Thistle's on
Mark
his
is.
back. Thistle's on his back next to Mark, with his little his little claws up into the air, both of them next to one another. And Thistle kind of looks over, and he's just in his mind, he's just my two boys.
Oh, tree dad. Yeah, I would. I think I would kind of stay and watch Mark. I would take a piece of the twine that I would have used to wrap the letter, and I would kind of tie it into a string and just kind of be pulling cat's cradle between my hands over and over again, pulling different configurations while I would watch these two fall asleep. I think Shy is on edge enough at this point, seeing what's happened to Esper, that I don't think she could fall asleep before the other ones, like her friends, would sleep at this point. Mm-hmm. Especially with everything that's happened. So I'd just kind of be sitting.
Okay.
Unless Esper is awake.
You good?
I would just put up my hands. You ever played?
The string game?
Yep.
No.
Go ahead. I would just show him and grab and start pulling. Something to keep your hands busy.
Right. I do this and I run a coin up and down my knuckles.
Yeah.
When I had them.
You okay? How you feeling?
Shot and stabbed. A lot of people had it out for me today.
I should have been there. I'm
No,
sorry.
it's fine.
No, I'll let my temper get the best of me, and I have made a commitment to try and stop doing that.
I trusted him because he knew Thieves Cant, which is kind of fucking ass backwards, isn't it?
Well, no, because there used to be, even in this cesspool of a city, there used to be a code.
I was hoping there'd be a code, but it
There
seems like that
was.
code is no longer.
That anyone who spoke Cant was, you didn't do business, you did, that was the business, that was the work, you didn't fuck around.
I used the Cant when I was here last, but that was a while ago, so.
Yeah.
I got caught with my pants down, so it won't happen again.
I'm also sorry for before. Eloise.
Nothing to be sorry about. Well, maybe I should be sorry.
No.
I was a bit forward.
No. That's, that is not how I wanted that to go.
That makes two of us.
Okay.
I was glad to see you were safe.
Yeah, I know. It was a bit of whiplash.
Understand?
Yeah. We okay?
Of course.
Okay.
We're gonna do a heist tomorrow.
Yeah.
We're gonna get your brother back.
Yeah.
And we're gonna steal so much fucking gold.
Can you promise me something?
I can try.
There have been a lot of people in my life who have told me how to be a certain way, and I know you'd never do that. But I need someone in the world to promise me that they're not going to fight my battles for me.
You're better at fighting than me anyway, so why would I try?
Okay.
Okay.
No matter what.
Only if you promise that the next time someone shoots a gun at me, you push me out of the way, or you catch it like you did that arrow.
I'll try. It's a bullet. It's not an arrow.
Yeah, fucking hurt. I don't know why everyone doesn't have one of them. They're really good. I want one. But to use.
You've got one, it's in your liver. Ayo!
A gun?
A bullet, mate. You're talking about a bullet. You didn't describe a gun. You need to.
Well, I want a gun.
Okay.
Mark, I'm
specify
asleep.
your nouns.
Oh.
I'm sleep talking.
I put a hand. I put a hand on Esper's arm, and a little bit of the bioluminescence just goes.
Fucking urine.
Yeah. Now sleep so I can.
Yeah. I'm just gonna post up.
All right. So you all take your long rest.
Oh yeah, I get so much stuff back. No, we need that pen. That pen's how we level up. You keep taking my pencils.
I brought these from home.
Wait, what?
This is your pencil.
Where's the other one go?
I'm growing as of man.
You are.
It's on the other side of your box.
Oh, it's hidden.
Oh, and then my the temp hit points from.
Don't talk shit.
I apologize.
You're gonna get hit.
Yeah, the temporary hit points are gone.
Oh no.
Well, they were gone
Yeah.
for me
Yeah.
a long time
A
ago.
while ago.
I got stabbed.
Stop getting stabbed, mate.
I'm still getting hit.
Yeah. So then we would take our long.
All right.
I get
Have your
2
long
of my
rest?
3 used hit die back.
You wake up. It was fairly late into the night, so you wake up a little bit later in the day.
I love that.
So it's closer to 1 o'clock, we'll say.
I will say, if we are doing a heist, I think our best option is right around closing time, because that big testicle monster is going to be at its most tired.
That's a good point.
It's very good.
Closing time is 6 a.m.
Yeah. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Yeah.
I think.
like, let's do a hole there.
I also think that if all goes well, we won't be going anywhere near the big eyeball thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying let's
Going
hedge our
into the
bets, and
back.
yeah, I don't want to go. That thing looked like fucking mental.
Yes.
We'll see how the day goes. But if today's the day that we're doing a heist, and our plan is someone gets a little ass kicking,
I can do that.
and then gets, well, you are on someone's hit list who is associated with the ISI.
Yes.
I can change what I look like.
Yeah, you could. But you're also the best person to ambush someone and kill them when they're not expecting it.
That is true.
I am also, despite being a hero, visually harmless. And while
Nothing
I
to take a beating.
look, I'm saying I can get myself thrown out of somewhere, and I think I can piss people off just enough that it's just like a little rough.
This is what Mark has been made for.
I'm sorry, Mark, but the important thing is you got to get them to throw you out that door and not the front door. So you got to piss them off a little bit extra.
I could, well, mate.
Well, no,
No, I think he'll be just fine. I
I'm
think he'll
saying
be just fine.
they might not
Rory
be
was
so
born
gentle
to
on the
play.
way to the door.
You're getting shot and stabbed. You're getting fucked up as a bear. People hit you in the face all the time. I'm part of the team. I should get hit in my body, ideally. But
My body.
Look, I've thought about it. I talked about it with the bird, and I think with my relationship with the people at the bar, at the Red Door, I think I'm an obvious choice. I'm some idiot rich boy that everyone in this town wants to beat the shit out of. I think.
It's fair. And that date didn't go so well, so you could go under the guise of like.
She said that she had a lovely time.
Well, then you could go under the guise of being like trying to get a date again, and then that's not going to go down well.
That would
with
not
Mr.
go
Reds.
down well with Cyrus, no.
Like a forlorn lover.
Well, I mean, I feel like I could talk to Gale and like see what the vibe is. But the point is,
Don't close the door if you don't need to.
I love this plan, Mark.
I think it's good.
So I think that's our
Big
end
supporter
of night plan. It is my hope that at some point today, Mal reaches out to me, and if I can get in contact with Adri, because our time when we start trying to break, and also we got to be clear, we don't know the pen is in there.
Yes,
Unless-
we could do a little
We're
drive
gonna walk
by.
We're gonna walk by.
And by drive, I mean
But-
walk.
I'm gonna
I
drop
don't know what
perception.
driving is.
you drive a cart.
Proficiency.
Have a cart. That is a verb we use in this world.
As the ghosts tell me how to be a little more acrobatic.
Okay.
I'm gonna be a little
We
more.
got an acrobat.
You're also acrobatic.
Tonight's the
You wake up, he's
night.
trying to fit himself into a suit.
I feel like in the morning you would just see like
Limberina.
Esper doing like weird like yoga stretches and like lifts and stuff that like
Hot.
seem
yeah.
like a little more fluid than normal.
People who do yoga first thing in the morning disgust me.
You just hear like a and we're good to go. Because once we start our infiltration or the heist to get the pen out of there, we are on a time crunch. It is very unlikely that I will be able to have time to convince Adri to get out after that happens.
Let's go talk to Mel then. Mal.
Mal,
I agree.
Shall we do on the way? I can pop by the red door, not go in, but just
Yeah.
get a sense of the pen.
Absolutely.
Just
and we also have to consider potentially that there might be, if it is a vault, I know the Lumres probably have something like this that blocks people from being able to sense what's in or what's out. So it might not work, but it's a start.
yes.
Also,
They also sorry, just one quick. They do not know that this pen is magical.
They'd have to write with it.
your brother might know if all things work out that way.
You think Adri knows where they're keeping
Well, he
magic
might know
items?
if a noteworthy pen might. It's worth an ask if he's amiable to us being around.
Maybe.
I've thought about the vault, and we don't have access to it. But if we get access to someone who does have access to it, I think I could persuade them to open it for us.
I'm gonna whisper it in a knucklebone. I'm gonna give it to Brock. You can't contact me, but I can contact you.
Right.
And if I reach out, I'm not telling you to do nothing. You choose.
Yeah.
If you want, just fuck off and get out of here. If you want, start a little bit of mischief.
All right.
Okay. And then you fuck off and get out of here.
I'm gonna go for.
Put my hand out to shake.
I'm gonna go for a little walk. See if I can. It lasts for up to 10 minutes. So when I get about 5 minutes away, the range of it is 1,000 feet.
Amazing.
So it is quite a large area.
Okay.
So I do want to kind of hit it so that it starts before I get there, in case by some luck of the draw it pings somewhere nearby.
Okay. Because it's the very beginning of the heist.
Now, surely you're not walking on your own.
No, this is and this is earlier in the day. But
Yeah.
This is the
But,
first.
like,
This is like when they're closed. They're not even
this
open.
is the first.
This is
the
the big-
Brad Pitt
The
walking.
gang, we're all wearing cool sunglasses, and we're like walking
feel
with
like
our morning coffee.
Esper and Shy are like leaning up against the wall as Thistle does as a
Thistle's
walk
trying
by.
to look really cool, but he doesn't really know how.
Because you cast the magic and you walk by. Get pinned.
I like.
Ooh.
As you can sense it down below the ground, inside the casino.
But down.
a little ways down. You know that casino's a little low, so you're just a little bit lower.
Like, As low as the tunnel that Shy and I were in?
Maybe. I mean, and that's where we're gonna end it.
Heist.
Heist.
Oh my gosh.
I've got it.
I know our mods facilitated the dice giveaway off the top of the break,
thank
so
you.
congratulations to the winner. Thank you
distracted
so
by
much.
heisting.
We got really distracted by heisting. We are back on Wednesday for DM Roulette with our dear friends Alec the Bard, Game Raider Girl, and Dead Aussie Gamer joining us from Aussie time. So that's going to be fantastic. Please come hang out here Wednesday, 8 p.m.
So
Pacific.
sleepy or so alert.
I mean,
It's right in the middle of the day.
but Dag does a lot of streamers with Canadians. Like,
Do we know where Dag is from
I do
in
not.
Australia? Because if it's West Coast, it's a different story. But it's
I don't know.
Our,
We'll figure it out.
our streaming time
I'm
is
excited
optimal
to
Australian
introduce
time.
the two of you. Please stick around for the raid. We're gonna go hang out with somebody awesome. A privilege to do this for you each and every week. Please go check out our dear friends at Orc.Style.
Yeah, brother.
They are also sponsoring next week's episode, so stay tuned for another.
Here's the thing,
sweet-
Orc.Style, if you want it, just let us know. We could
Define your terms.
No, they'll know. If you want it, we could probably make a one-shot happen if that would. Let us know, because I want to know more about Dr.
That would be
Feinstein.
the horniest, silliest one shot.
It would be such a good one-shot.
Listen, I am all here for a Canadian-owned and queer-owned company
100%.
who does whatever the fuck they want to, and it knows their brand. And that's what I love about the wonderful folks at Orc.Style.
you're talking about Orc, not us.
Their
Shotgun to DM it.
their proprietor, who goes under the name of Grunk, is just a gem to work with. They were also at a couple cons here in Vancouver. We love them so
Great
much.
vibes.
Please go check them out, Orc.Style. Put your thumbs up, everyone. Please stick around for the raid. And when you've got the team assembled, the item's in place, and you know where it is, don't get stabbed in the gut, and be safe! See you next week.
Catch us next time on Heist.
Woo! Good night, everyone!
What if you like the Dwyler heists?
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
The Dwyler slides.
No.
Do the what?
Finding